We are live. What's happening, Crypto Farm? Happy Friday. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott and it's a pleasure to have you here, whether you're about to tune in live or you're tuning in the future. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So hopefully it won't be too long this morning. Gonna get right into it, just talking about me. I just want to make sure everyone's prepared for 2023, 2025. I want to make sure everyone's got it in their head that they need to be preparing for 2023, 2025. Regardless of what happens before then, we've got to prepare for then and prepare for what happens after then. Some of us might not even make it to then, but you still plan. You know, you might not make it to 65, but you still put money in your pension. You know, we still plan for the future. So we've got to make sure we prepare because the world's going cashless, for one. And for two, all the big players on the planet are making moves to make their systems interoperable by 2025. Like, if that's not a bigger key indicator, then I don't know what more people need. Morning, Johnny, Alan, Ramirez, Daniel, Steve. Good day. Alan, I know I'm a little bit late, mate. Everyone else in Oz and that. I need to start scheduling, though. It's just a little bit hard. But I've got around. I'm going to whiz through this title and then read a little bit of another one. But global blockchain distributed ledger technology DLT market is expected to grow with a significant rate by 2024. The top players being Chain Inc., IBM, Accenture, Monax Industries, Intel, Deloitte, etc. Design research comprehension on a global blockchain distributed ledger technology market renders major impetus on detailed growth facets in terms of production, section payment, and transaction platforms. Further incorporation service portfolio applications as well as specific compilation and technological interventions that facilitate ideal growth potential of the market. By 2024, right? Was another, fucking missed that bastard now, haven't I? We've seen the Everest document. We've seen the W3C document. We've seen Bank of England information about getting on the ISO by 2023. We've seen Federal Reserve's FedNow will be migrated by 2023, 2024. Everyone is talking about migration, being interoperable, being this, being that, by the same year. All right, by the same year. It's not a coincidence that everyone is attempting to meet standards all at the same time. Planned. It is planned. It's been planned. It's I mean, everywhere you look, there's another little nugget. There's another little nugget that takes you towards it. The study covers key players Chain Inc., IBM, Accenture, Monax Industries, Intel, Deloitte, Earthport, Microsoft Azure, Digital Asset Holdings, financial transactions, smart property, smart contracts, smart blockchain identity, supply chain management, digital voting, and other use cases. The top points: global growth trends, market share by key players, and a breakdown of data by type. You can go into that. It's in the description if you want to read it. We all know that's the way it's heading, don't we, guys? Let me try and get the other one up because I had another article here. Blockchain. No, actually it was distributed ledger technology news. So the global blockchain distributed ledger technology industry market, industry development scenario and forecast to 2025. The recent research report on blockchain and distributed ledger technology industry market offers an in-depth assessment of this business space and such key development trends, as well as dynamic influence in this industry outlook during the forecast period. It delivers important details such as regulatory outlook alongside regional analysis, and the document also evaluates the factors that are boosting the market growth, as well as provides a comprehensive SWOT analysis. Furthermore, the research contains information pertaining to limitations and challenges affecting the future remuneration, as well as YOY, year on year. Just write year on year, man. I nearly looked a dickhead then, because I didn't know. If I wouldn't have figured out Y on Y was year on year, I looked a fucking knob then, It's right year on year, bruh. Year on year growth rate of the industry. The document assesses blockchain, distributed ledger technology, industry market comprehensive and competitive terrain, as well as downstream buyers and raw materials. Also covers the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on growth avenues of the business landscape and more. Ooh. According to the report, it gives us fuck all, really. The migration is messaging system, so it doesn't force cashless. So, by the time we've got full reach, global reach of ILP, RippleNet, Xcurrent, Xrapid, ODL, call it what you want, I don't care. Once there's full reach of ILP and IOV, it will start fucking moving somewhat rotten, right? And what I mean is, there is a good chance we see a new all-time high before 2023. It's only 2020. We're talking 3 years. There's a good chance next year you get a new all-time high over at $3. There's a good chance in 2022 we hit $4 or $5. There's a good chance at the start of 2023 we're at $7. But prepare for beyond that, is what I'm trying to say in the title. People can't. Don't tell people what they can and can't do, Scott. You're fucking not. It's right. If you have got to the point since the all-time high where you've managed to accumulate that much more, if it goes back up there, you're selling some. Fucking great. That's absolutely unbelievable and well done. Get your hand over your shoulder and give yourself a pat on the fucking back. Because anyone ready to cash out below $10 has done a great job. That first and that out the way. That's your early pot. Saying the other day, have a small early pot that you're going to be willing to sell pre-2023, pre-2024. It's got to be that little pot there. And you can be like, yeah, throw that on at $2, $3, $4, $5. Get the fuck out of this house. Get the fuck out of this area. Get that new car I wanted. Quit my job. Right, someone might be like, yo, if I reach $3 and sell 15% of my shit, I've got wages for 2 years. I'm fucking done, because I'll just quit my job, sit on them wages for 2 years, and then sell another 10% in 2 years, and hopefully it's gone up enough that I have some more time off. Someone might be planning exit strategies like that, and it's perfectly okay to plan an exit strategy like that. No one can tell you how much percent you should be taking out and at what. I'm trying to say, don't fucking take too much before 2023. Don't be don't be the person who's sat in 2025 like, fuck for done. Yeah, I've got a nice free bed, and I've got me fucking an Audi outside, but I could have had a mansion and a Lambo and a Bentley. What the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done? Don't live with that regret. Don't be this person who felt like he'd have been happy in that new 3-bedroom house. It's like me, innit? I live with my mum at the moment. Let's have it fucking right. If I had 120 grand at the side, or even 70 grand, mate, to go and buy a shitty rundown house to live in and start doing it up, I'd be happy as Larry. But do you think I'd be happy if I spent all my XRP on it and then I only sell the house for 150k in the future? My XRP would have been worth 1.5 mil or some shit. I'm still going to be happy. Or is the regret going to start creeping in? And have a little demon on my shoulder like, Could have had well, boy, you dickhead. You could have actually been helping people like you wanted to, but now you're on your ass still. Yeah, you've got an house, well done, but you're still on your ass. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's a scam. It's a scam, Ollie. You're sparking your jade. I've not even rolled mine yet, mate. It was fucking. Ozai is giddy as fuck in the morning. He needs to play a cashless world. Did you see the graph from Bank of England and CBDC's page about payments? I've seen so many fucking graphs from the Bank of England and Federal Reserve, and at the moment, Scott, it could be any of them, mate. Especially on CBDCs. Zoot time soon, yeah. It's actually half night. Right, my watch has stopped. How's a watch stopped? How's a digital watch with 100% charge stopped? The fuck? Turn yourself off. Go to sleep, lad. Hey? Go and have a little kit, mate. You're fucking... Sorry about this, but I'm eating an hobnob in my brew. Apologise, but I found them on the side this morning. So I'm having... Fucking dunk me! I won't eat on screen, don't worry. Who's got oats to sell? Work investment leads till I reach my target price, not selling below. Yeah. How do you feel about retirement, Ollie? What's retirement mean to you? Means you stop working? Or does it mean you stop earning? A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to retire. What are you retiring for? It's fucking paper to be pulled in, bruh. He wants to retire and there's paper to pull in. Paper to pull in. Quit work, manual labour, hell to the fucking yay. All day. But retirement, not my cup of tea, that retirement malarkey. It's for people who weren't taught to have a good enough investment. And don't get me wrong, some people are taught to have a good enough investment in a pension and retire and are alright, but are they still alright if they live healthy to 100? Are they running out of dough in the 90s? Are you talking 30 fucking years of living, 3 decades? How much money do you need for 3 decades, mate? Fuck. Does he got shadow call hate for crypto? Haha, morning! Divinder Singh. Oh! Spilt me, bro. Girlfriend logged into a Commonwealth banking app today. She got an update with terms and conditions, mentioned pay ID for sending money to mobile numbers, even internationally. There you go, Daniel Clapton. There you go, to mobile numbers internationally. Oh, it's happening, innit? It's happening. It is one of those days. It is one of those days. I've just got it. Oh, I've just got there, mate. Just got there. It's alright. Please don't Google anal channel, Holly. It can't be unseen. See, there's a difference. See, this is what I mean, Ollie. There's a difference, right, between someone who works, like Gary V, sat in an office all day doing shit he loves, and there's a difference between someone who works, going down a fucking mine shaft and grafting his balls off for 12 hours a day. Do you know? There's a little different in work. The fuck's that word? Work. Go to fucking work. Fuck that. Life. Go to fucking life and get paid for it. That's what it should be. What do you do? I fucking live. You do, you dick. I breathe, mate. I breathe, eat shit, and live. You do. Oh, what are you? What am I? I'm a fucking human. No, I meant what do you do? What do you mean, what do I do? I live. No, I meant what you work as. Well, what the fucking hell do you mean? I'm not my job. I'm a human. What are you? What are you? What do you mean, what am I? Also, a fireman's just a fireman and nothing else. Oh, he's fucking fireman. That's all he's fucking good for. What? Is that just me? Am I just a fucking weirdo? But seriously, work. We're not working. We're earning. We're trading. It's trading. It's not fucking work. It's trading. I go and trade 8 hours of effort and skill for some money. There's people who can't do that. I can do it. I'll give you 8 hours and do it for you. And I want 100 quid, at least. 100 quid for the 8 hours. See you later. It's £5 a week. It's not much, is it? You know what I mean? It's not much. Not these motherfuckers on 4 and 5, 6 grand a week and shit. Go to slavery. You saying there? All you need is 500k. 500 grand. How old are you? Infinite info. How old are you, mate? Or you think that's all you need? So no interest on, nothing earned on top of that. Is that till the end of your days? 500k is all you need. Is that, you think, mate? You think? That's a decade at 50 grand a year, mate. Ain't that fucking long? We'll live 20 years. There's 25 grand a year for 20 years. It's a normal wage. Probably what you're on now. That's probably your wage for the next 20 years. $500,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not assuming you're on less than 30 bags. But there's not that many people, especially in the UK. When you go to average out, there's not that many people over 30k. There just isn't. People who are over 30k themselves might think there is. Might be like, what do you mean you're only paid 18 grand a year? And you're like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. 500k. Yeah, fucking hell. It's not, you know what I mean? When you start breaking it down. Do you know what? I'm rolling my do-beard. I've not even read through Cashless. Fuck's sake, Scott. I was moving on as if I was done. And we was just going to chin-chag. Why people begging for the price point? Why would you even sell? Use it as a currency to buy things? I mean, I would. Mate. Don't assume that's what they mean by sell, just because the terminology is a bit fucked at times. Why would you ever sell? I'm going to use it as a currency to buy things you need. Or why would you ever buy? Why you're fucking selling, Howard? Why would you ever sell? You're going to sell it for stuff you need. Why? Why would you ever do that, mate? Why would you ever do that, mate? I'm fucking calling other people out for doing it, mate. Why would you ever do it, mate? You're trading it. You're fucking trading it. There's no such thing as sell. Sell's another one of them stupid fucking words made up to make people think that something's happening what's not actually happening, like work. It's all a fucking trade. It's a trade. This is a trade. You're giving me your time, and I'm talking out my fucking ass, and some of you seem to like it. Thumbs up, 8 peeps. Whoop, whoop. But you get what I mean, Howard? It's like, you contradicted yourself a little bit, mate. Why would you ever sell? Use it as a currency to buy the things I need, for sure. Sell for fiat. Never. What? There's not that much difference. There's not that much difference, Howard. Go to a shop now that's not implemented to ILP, right? That's not taking cryptocurrency, and buy your new house with XRP, mate. You can't. But if you wanted to, what do you have to do? Oh, you got to sell a bit for fiat. Sell a bit for, no, you got to trade it. You got to go into fiat. It just becomes terminology and perspective half the time, doesn't it? Unstoppable domains. Can't say I'm thinking about purchasing some UK business domains and sell them for bags in a few years. No one will buy them off you, JJ. They'll always tell you to get fucked. Everyone will just tell you to get fucked. What are you going to buy? Are you going to buy that you think is going to be worth anything? Do you know what I mean? I thought that the other week. Like, I wanted Blockbuster, me. Keep thinking about it. I want Blockbuster. I want to own Blockbuster, you know, the intellectual property. and the fucking company name. I'd like to own Blockbuster, and the first thing I'd do is just make t-shirts like these, living on all shit, but just I used to rent from Blockbuster. I used to be a Blockbuster rent boy. You know, little crazy mad t-shirts like that. Again, but Daniel, what's selling it? Do you really think there's any difference in selling to fiat and then buying something with that fiat than to just trade it straight for a car? There's no fucking difference. What defines sell? What does sell mean? Define sell and sale, please. And that isn't trade. That can't be put in the thesaurus and you just get trade. It was just a trade. It was a trade. That's all it was. That's all it ever is. It doesn't matter about the tax or anything. Obviously, they're going to get people on tax. And if any of you are willing, any of you here now in the UK who don't want to pay tax on your crypto, fuck off. Fuck off. Because we don't need you in the future. So fuck off. Go to somewhere else where you don't have to pay tax on it and see how shit that place is to live. Oh, you'll have nice weather. Have some nice fucking weather. But with extremely low taxes, how good do you think the services are, mate? How good do you think the services are? Come on, guys, wind your fucking necks in. Some taxes are bullshit. Let's have it right. Inheritance tax and all that kind of stuff. And some taxes don't seem to be getting spent the way they should be. So I'm not acting like we don't need reform, but we need to pay tax. Let's have it. Let's not kid ourselves. We need to pay some fucking tax. Don't sit there in a mind that you're going to turn $1,000 into fucking 10 million and hopefully not pay any tax. Come on, man. Who the fuck's that helping? You're just as bad as Jeff Bezos. Might as well fuck off and go and suck his dick. I can see my new jobs going around, random acts of kindness. That's more like it. That's what I'm saying, Steve. You could film them. They get loads of attention, them on Facebook and that. They're going up to the homeless guys and all that. I've seen one, right? Who goes up to this homeless guy. He fucking must be making some money off the channel to be able to do it, like. But to get him a rig out, I'm a suit and that, hairdo, makeover, 6 months in an apartment, job interview. Like, what the fuck? 6 months leasing an apartment, job interview, gets the job, completely changes his image. It's like, bam, they put the homeless guy on his feet, mate, and give him a 6-month window to sort himself out. Epic. It will be Stardog on Stardog today. 50k would own you, would get you a 2-bed house in London. Exactly, Scott Kent. 50k sounds a lot when you live with your mum. I'm living with my mum here now and I'm thinking, fucking hell, if I just had 50 grand to buy a shitty little 1-bedder to do up myself. But then it's like, 50... If someone handed me 50 grand, or I won it on a lottery or something like that, then it'd be happy days, wouldn't it? We'd just do it straight away. But it's not like I'm going to watch the portfolio with 50 grand and then be like, oh, I could do that now, let's do it, and sell it all, just so I can buy a shitty rundown house that I'm going to do up, just so I've got a house. So that I'm not actually that desperate to get away from my mum's. It's just the way it is, isn't it? It's patience. You've got to be patient and keep that plan in mind. Appreciate that, Scott. Don't support your blunt, love the intensity. I do chill out a little bit after the blood, don't I? Zoot time should be 10:30. Got to turn my watch back on now, even though I've got clocked on the phone. It's 10 o'clock now. It'll be about 10:30. You sound like you have a lot of testosterone. Just a man, innit? I'm just a male. Oh, 26 in Thailand, 500k. Again, would seem so, wouldn't it? Would seem so, but I knew a mate me who won the Sky Sports Super 6, is it $250,000 on the Super 6? But he won it with someone else, so got 125 grand. Went to fucking Thailand with that, mate, and it's gone now. That was barely 10 years ago. He's blew all that. Some lucky lady boys get the grip of your mate. It's over. But we spend 100 grand in fucking fines in the first 3 years. Howard, understand what you're saying in that state code today, but assuming XRP becomes a thing of value, we all think it will. Not necessarily right, that, Howard. But assuming XRP becomes a thing of value, we all think it would have to be an accepted form of currency by everyone. Why? Why? Why does it have to be an accepted form of currency by everyone? Why? I don't have to pay an XRP, paying anything through ILP. They don't have to receive XRP. So why does it need to be accepted as a currency by everyone? I don't understand that. It needs to be accepted as a bridge asset, mate. It's going to bridge my local currency to your local currency. So I can spend whatever currency I want and you receive the currency you want. They don't need to fucking believe or accept XRP as a form of currency. They need to believe and accept it's a bridge asset and it's a secure, reliable and trusted bridge asset that's going to flip my currency into your currency. Pretty much like that. And then it's on its way to your bank within 4 seconds. This is where interledger protocol's power comes in. And when you are right in what you're saying, you don't sell your XRP if you don't have to. You would only sell XRP for fiat if 1, you fucking needed it for bills, or 2, it's reached your first exit price, or I'm pulling 5% out at $2.50, and it reaches $2.50, and you're ready to pull your 5% out to go on holiday or some shit, and you just haven't got the app. You don't know about Revolut, where you could just throw the XRP like Revolut. You could have just had it on there and gone and spent on a Revolut card. You didn't know Zoom exists and has evolved into being able to spend in every currency. So you still use shitty foreign exchanges and stuff. It's like, this is what I mean by adoption to maturity. Complete different things. Let me read the cashless shit. Let's get this out of the way. Yeah, Netflix needs to sort itself out. No capital gains. I mean, what's your thought on a bull run? Lots seem to be talking about estimating for next summer. I think I've got a feeling it all starts back end of next summer, if not early next summer. But I'm only saying that regarding the IMF special drawing rights and stuff. So beyond January, thoughts might have dramatically changed, mate. But come November and January, when we get the IMF review of the SDR basket, and then in January we get like the New World Economic Forum meetings and Davos meetings and all that, then we're gonna get a little bit more, and then we'll have the Bank of England's Future of Money speech, and we're just waiting for them kinds of things every year, aren't we? The big thing is the IMF review after fucking September, November this year. There isn't another one until 2025. Look at the title. Look at the title. So, if XRP isn't added in 2020, when do you think it will be added if it's added? 2025. 2025. 7.4 million in the UK living almost cashless life. I live an almost cashless life. Like I said the other day, people I know who use cash, it's either to go to the pub so they know how much they've got in their pocket, or for drug dealers. It's as simple as that. The number of people living in the UK who are living an almost cashless life has more than doubled in 2 years. Excuse me. To 7.4 million. Is that about 10% of the country? Let me just do this now, because I want to make sure that I'm giving out the right numbers, you know. What? Interest. Right. says 66 million. Why are we told 75? I bet that's the illegals, innit? So 66 million in Britain on the consensus. Apparently around 70 odd with illegal immigrants. Because I was thinking 7.4 million is about 10%, but it's obviously a little bit more than 10%. UK Finance and Trade Association for Britain's banking and financial services sector said changes in payments habits had inadvertently left the nation better prepared to cope with life under lockdown. That would have been the case a few years ago. The figures related to 2009 and so predate the coronavirus outbreak, which has accelerated the adoption of contactless payments. I fucking bet it has. They are likely to fuel concern about millions of people potentially being left behind as the shift to a cashless society speeds up. Fewer than 1 in 4 payments last year were made in cash. What is cash? And more than half were made by card. The figures show the balance is payments made by other means, such as direct debits, bank transfers. Almost 1 in 7 of the population and 1 in 4 of those aged 16 to 34 chose to live a largely cashless life in 2019. A cashless lifestyle is defined as either not using notes or coins at all or only once a month. In 2008, the figure was 1 in 10 people of the population, or 5.4 million. 2017, it was 3.4 million. So we've seen a jump of 2 million people going cashless from 2017 to 2018. Another jump of 2 million people from 18 to 19. Is it going to be 9 million people, another jump of 2 million? Or eventually, are we going to see that jump of 20 million? We're going to see that jump of 30 million. And then there's only 20 or 30 million people in the country, and over half of them are actually cashless. And the rest are like, how to use these new systems, what's these new apps, how do I buy weed? Morning, Trevor. Capital gains isn't necessarily tax. It's taxing investments paid with income that's already been taxed. It's not. It's taxing a trade it's taxing a gain on an investment. It's a gain. It's a gain. So everyone think it's okay for someone to put £100 in something, and that £100 turn into £1 million, and they don't pay a bit of tax on £1 million when they pull it back. Is everyone okay with that? Because I'm not. I'm not. You can get fucked. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this, Rick. I'm not okay with this, Marty. 20% capital gains in the UK. It is 20%. Used to make bongs out of coconuts. Sick. In Australia, it's 50% on assets held less than 12 months and 30% after that. Damn, that is pretty high. That's too high. I'm all for taxing, but that's too high. Depending on the gains, though. Depends on the gains, mate. We've got people starving. We've got people starving. You can't have people making millions and not being taxed when there's people starving and getting raped off the system. Nah, I'm not fucking putting up with that, mate. Can't have it. Falling in love with $800,000 by the sea in Cornwall and need to be really patient. Hayes McKay's. Just patience, mate. It really, really is. I found a farm in the West Country, permission for 30 houses, 2.5 million, enough to house both families and build an awesome head office. That's what I'm talking about, boo. When we start actually getting a place where we can make some fucking changes from. Greg Brown, what? Oh, just seen that. Cheers, brah. Appreciate it. XRP to the moon, trying to retire in the next few years. Figure out a way you can get paid off life, mate. Just live your life and get some revenue off it. Any way you can. Go fucking golfing and record it. And put it on YouTube. Do anything. Anything. Turn hobbies into revenue. Number plates 53 XRP and 53 in 2 years. How's that go? If it's not a collapse, I mean, not what it means. Tax, you called it, boo. Or what'll happen soon, or cashless society, or crypto mooning. Right, I need you all to realise now, right, regardless of what happens pre-2023 and before summer 2023, I don't care what happens before then. It's fuck all compared to what happens 2025 onwards. Absolutely neat, snip. Fuck all, mate. Imagine what happened to Facebook and YouTube from 06 to 2010. A few million people starts using it around the world. What happens by 2015? There's fucking 3 billion people on it, mate. Another 5 years later. 3 billion. It's half the fucking world on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? It's no different than ILP. Regardless of what happens initially, it's going to fucking take off, mate. Down the line. Once it gets to internet of value, and swapping anything of value, and not just currency to currency, like we're fucking about with now. The UK Finance Report shows that cash payments continued their long-term decline in 2019, falling by 15% to 9.3 billion payments. Though this was still the second most popular payment method in the UK after debit cards, just 23% of all payments were made in cash compared to 58% a decade earlier. For those living a completely or largely cashless life, young people were leading the way, said the banking body. Report found 25% of those aged 16 to 24 fell into the category, as did 24% of those 25 to 34. However, there are people of all ages who rarely or never use cash. For example, 7% of those aged 65 plus never use cash anymore. Interesting. The UK Finance has previously predicted that by 2028, notes and coins would account for just 9% of all payments. It said it was not publishing new 10-year forecast because of the pandemic. Interesting. But what could the UK learn from Sweden's cashless society? According to Link, the company that manages the UK's network of public cash points, cash withdrawals have dropped by more than 60% during the coronavirus lockdown. To some, this might indicate... Well, maybe it's because half of the fucking ATMs are shut as well. You fucking dickheads. Whilst the future of the UK's retail economy is still very much open to debate, Sweden offers a glimpse of the lives of cashless society. What is a cashless society? How did Sweden become cashless? A 2018 study conducted by the Swedish Bank revealed that only 13% of Swedes had used cash for a recent purchase. That figure was even lower in the capital, Stockholm, where the majority of people surveyed couldn't even remember the last time they used a cash point. Sweden is something of a front-runner for cash-free revolution, a society which has traded paper money and coins for convenient mobile payment apps. To some extent, the change has been organic. It started with coffee shops, cafes and bakeries that saw their customers putting fewer and fewer cash payments through the tills. It soon caught on with furniture giant IKEA, making more of its stores completely cash-free, and a national rail company making it possible for customers to keep digital tickets on microchips under their skin. $70 billion worth of notes remain in circulation in the UK, showing that cash really is king, at least for now. 70 billion. It's interesting, isn't it? How long do people think it's going to be until the UK is cashless? I believe you will have to sell your XRP in the future. If you wait until 2025, an XRP or lot may be considered a bank based on credit and can issue your own issued currencies. Quite possible, Howard. Quite possible, Howard. But you're going to have to go and learn how to issue currencies. How to follow regulation, guidance, and all the rest of it. Stay within the governance and all that. I'm not saying it's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But without a shadow of a doubt, I believe possible. Yeah, 100%. But how does someone like us? I mean, would it be a licensed bank? Be your own bank account based blockchain. Bab used to say it, everyone's a bank, everyone should be a bank, everyone should hold their own value, and just use the banks and other institutions as and when requested and required for insurance or issuance. Even storage, we've said, logistics. Who's going to move your gold for you? You bought a ton of, like, I know a ton, like it's a mad example, but you bought a ton of gold, who's bringing it to your gaff? You set up a community wallet, we all invest a small amount and vote on in and out. It's democracy by consensus, try and give it a go like a lottery syndicate. I'd be up for that if someone could write the actual algorithm and consensus and it's not a human doing it. Can't be a human, so someone goes and writes it all day. So you meaning like people put like 5 XRP a month in? And then at the end of every month or the start of the next month, a winner gets picked and a bit of it gets given to the winner? Or does it get redistributed in gains to everyone else and there's always a little bit in the pot? See, this is where, if that's a genuine idea of yours, Ollie, a genuine idea, it's where you've got to start white papering it. You've got to do a roadmap. You've got to put your vision into a roadmap and then get help off developers to write a white paper for how it's going to work. What network are you going to build it on? Is it going to be built on XRPL? Is it going to be built an ERC20 token that eventually migrates to its own ledger? Write the roadmap of your idea, mate. Don't just sit on an idea. Execute that fucker. Even if people sell ideas, you know, guys. Like, you get to the point where your idea can be that good, but you can't get it off the ground. And someone else is like, let me buy it off you, and I'll make it a reality. It's just a negotiation of what you're happy with letting it go then. Like we say, some people, so the guy who did the Coronation Street song that's been the fucking Corrie song for 50 odd years, I don't think he got fuck all for that. He just give it him. Do you know what I mean? But he created a song that he probably could have got a lot more money for. Do you know what I mean? I've said it before, J.K. Rowling came up with a story, she's now a billionaire. George Lucas came up with a galaxy in Star Wars, he's now a billionaire. You can create things and then just sell it to other people and let other people run with it. Like I said yesterday, especially in an open source industry where you can create the initial project and currency and then just drop it on an open source development GitHub page and everyone starts building on it then. Yeah, it's got to be legalized, and it's got simple as that. Can you explain what you just said about the IMF and not another review till 2025? I missed what you were explaining. Basically, in 2005, every 5 years, the IMF has a review of the SDR basket, the special drawing rights, which is where they derive the value for the XDR, the IMF's unit of liquidity. So, in 2015, they decided to add the Chinese currency, and a year later, it was added. Now, there's another review this year, and I'm saying don't be surprised if they talk about adding XRP and it's added a year later. And if it isn't added, again, don't be surprised if in the next review in 2025, it is added. We watched a video from yesterday and that we covered it a little bit in there. And again, I can't really, it's hard to speculate on that when we just legitimately know that all we really got to do is wait meeting towards the end of this year, wait for the review and wait for whatever comes out of it. Yeah, Howard, there is no right and wrong, is there, mate? There's just different perspectives and different possibilities. You are 100% right post 2025 when everyone's got their own apps and they're all connected to ILP via APIs. You can have a Jaguar app that's got your Jaguar car that you bought on it, and then you swap the Jaguar car to for a house that's in another app, because your Jaguar's worth 45 and you've seen an house that's 35 grand run down, and you're gonna do it up. So you sell the fucking Jag, and then all of a sudden ILP has kept your Jaguar on the Jaguar marketplace, sold it to some guy who wants it, and then he's fucking got 45 grand for it. He's put 15 grand in one of your accounts, and then it's sent 30 grand to the guy who wants to sell the house that you want to buy, and it's all bought. The keys to the house are sent to your fucking phone, and you just walk in the house and you unlock it with your phone. You're not fucking wrong, mate. By then, you'd be an absolute bellend to sell out into fiat instead of just doing an asset swap. See, this is where I believe the capital gains tax still needs to come in, and it's not my fault people are idiots if people don't realise it. You sell to fiat, you have made capital gains because the fiat is capital. You do an asset swap. You have a 300 grand house, and you swap that house with someone and swap the deeds and sign them over with someone who's got a 400 grand house, but they was happy giving you the 100 grand simply because you was giving them a smaller house that was more convenient for them, that was closer to where the daughter is or something. And they wasn't bothered about taking a hit in value. They've actually lost value. You've gained value. You don't pay tax on that gaff. The bank's not going to knock on the door and go, yo, you just did an asset swap for someone that's worth 100 grand more than your last asset, fucking taxing you on it. It's not how it works. It's an asset swap. So you sell the 400 grand house with profit, then you'll be audited and that, and they'll be like, oh, hang on, what did that initially cost? You made some capital gains there, bro. But if you just keep asset swap, Google corporation asset swaps. It's a thing. Privacy coins. I believe the governments and banks are not going to like them, but at the end of the day, if they're using a privacy network, I better be able to use a privacy network. That's all I'm saying. And pedos should be able to as well, shouldn't they? Eh? Shouldn't they? Should they? Where's the line drawn? Thieves? Drug dealers? Rapists? Murderers? Where's the line drawn? Bankers? Politicians? Me? You? Who gets to use private networks? Who gets to say you're not allowed to use one? What's privacy? What's security? You and your next door neighbour fight for privacy like fuck, to the point where none of you have to release any information about yourself. And then all of a sudden you hear a rumour, quite a strong rumour, that your neighbour's a paedophile. And you're like, I want some more fucking information about this cunt now. And they're like, oh dear, well, it's a shame you fought for privacy for the last 5 years, mate, because you've now made it so we can't do shit to him. What's privacy? What's security? I struggle to see I struggle with it sometimes, mate. Privacy coins, if the bankers and politicians are allowed to do shit in private, so am I. And so's a paedophile. It then comes who's allowed to monitor it and have access to make sure that what you do in private isn't breaking the law. Privacy isn't secrecy, guys. There's also a difference there. Privacy and security and secrecy, it's where you're drawing the lines between them. What you do in your private life is completely up to you and at your discretion, as long as A, you don't hurt anyone, and B, you don't fucking hurt anyone. B, you don't break the law, but you know what I mean. As long as you're not breaking the law, you should be able to do whatever you want in your own space. Mushrooms, why are mushrooms illegal? Oh, you might go out and do something bad, or so you let me get pissed up. I've been out and done bad shit pissed up. You let that happen. Why don't you let me sit in this fucking shed now and smoke some mushrooms? Why is this illegal? What I'm going to spark up? It's a fucking joke. But we could have a jug of fucking Jack Daniels. Oh, it gets to me, mate. What's right? What's wrong? What the fuck is it, mate? I don't know. I feel like Rick and Morty. It's like, what? Nothing even fucking matters, mate. I know me on a journey and I'm getting fucking sick of it. I'm not. I'm getting sick of certain aspects of it. XX coin. X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. It's no contest, mate. Oh, joking. It's alright. They be like, yeah. Are people still asking about vet? Are you honestly still asking me about vet, mate? Have I got a bank card here? Gee, mate. Oh, vet, V-Chain's made it. They've done it. What's up with your... Vet looks a good project. It don't look it. It fucking is it. It is. It is. It is a good project. Next question about the currency. We need to bear in mind the project isn't the currency. The fucking vision isn't the currency, excuse me. The currencies in the applications, the tools, the bridges, the crates, the cases, yeah? That the contracts and items of value, assets. They're not the project. They support it. So like I've said the other day, like V-Chain, if someone on V-Chain in 2024 was like, right, yeah, this logistical shit's been great, but have you made a currency? And V-Chain are like, nah, we didn't do a currency, you know, we thought about it, but we just thought, nah, fuck it, you could use XRP, use your CBDC or whatever in it. Would have been nice if you'd have made your own fucking currency, you know, a bit of future proofing. It's like you're gonna make a currency in case someone in the future's like, yo, your platform could have used the currency. Some of these projects will fly without the currency even getting anywhere. Morning, Sticky Bird. Abby, hi. Abhi. Is it Abhi or Abby? Abhi. I'm not taking the piss. I like to... Cashless is in 3 years of financial reset. What? Right, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 2028 was more the post-virus projection. And now you've got some people actually scared of using cash. I think it's going to come a little bit quicker. Good morning, Alex. Welcome. Not bright enough to build it, Scott. We put it in escrow in a few years. He's a welder. You are, Ollie. You don't have to be smart enough to build it. Mark Zuckerberg wasn't smart enough to build Facebook, mate. Look at him now. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg was smart enough? He wasn't. Mark Zuckerberg was not smart enough to build Facebook. Google took 2 people. Microsoft took multiple. One just Bill Gates, a few people. Apple, 2 people, 3 people. Apple, sorry, one of them sold out. Didn't he? In the end, it's very rarely just one guy making something on his own. Mate, we're not all Elon Musk. You know what I mean? It's Mark Zuckerberg. Have you seen the film Social Network where Mark Zuckerberg actually gets the algorithm for making the profiles talk to each other off his mate? He couldn't build it, mate. Mark Zuckerberg couldn't build Facebook. You're telling me you can't build your idea? Well, find someone who fucking can, mate. I'm being serious, man. If you're ever going to listen to me when I say invest in yourself and invest in the internet of value, it's to run with ideas like that, mate, and don't instantly give up on yourself just because you can't code or because you can't build it. Do you know what I mean? It's, nah, fuck that. We're better than that. We're better than that. We can do it, and we will fucking do it. We need the virus shit over, or we'll get a few more DLT cons out of the way, let it raise a little bit, and we will meet and be able to get in contact with people who can help do that. Go to the universities and say, look, like, this is why YouTube channels and online attention can be important. You're going in as Ollie. it's a little daunting, isn't it? How are you going to go into a uni and be like, yo, bro, I know nothing fuck all about what you're doing and all that, but I've got a sick idea, let me just explain this blockchain thing to you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, if your pitch is good enough, he's going to do it. But if you can go in and be like, yo, I do this YouTube channel on blockchain and all that, and I've got a little bit of online attention and all that, and I was just wondering if you'd like to build something with me and help you build like a little bit of portfolio and get yourself a little bit of attention. Foot working for these corporations, bro. Build your own, and you could maybe inspire them into it. But community charity pot or contributors get to vote on where the money goes. Morning, Wayne and Mark, Peter. Morning. Right, yeah. So the community charity pot. So we all put in like, so everyone who joins puts monthly, and then all has a little vote on where they think the money should be sent. Focus. Jason. G. GS. Good Souls charity. Right. Oliver, go and search that. I couldn't remember. Jason, if you're watching, apologise, mate. I didn't mean to forget you. Didn't forget you. Forgot the fucking Good Souls charity. Forgot the name of it. Go and look up on Twitter and that Good Souls charity, and maybe reach out, Ollie. Reach out to existing charities and say, look, I don't know how you do it at the moment, but I've got a better idea. I can do it better. You're an ideator, Ollie. You're an ideator. A person who comes up with ideas and the engineers go and build on it. Trust me, that is a job these days. It's a job these days. There's a few of them. When Jason came to DLT last year, he went through 6 charities, at least 6 charities. Do you know what I mean? So there's charities there available. There'll also be charities there that haven't got a clue about DLT and don't realise how fast XRP can send value somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Good Souls Group, is it? Well, that's what I mean, Howard. It's going to come to... Right, I've got a proper sick one with a house, and I can't take full credit for it because I kind of saw it on something. And he was talking about, you know, the 3D scanner of the house at the moment, and you can go online and you can look and you can mouse around the house on a screen while you sat on a chair. Well, imagine in the future, your self-driving car... You've told your self-driving car, you've told your private ledger, you've told your network that you want a house. You're looking for a house. It's just a tiny little piece of data in your ledger. And as your car's driving you to Sandra's, because you're going to the cinema or some shit, car's like, yo, Howard, there's an house round the other side, round the corner. It's less than a mile away. It proper matches what you want. It matches what you want, mate. We just made you with 50p to find out that information as well, because I sold them some of your data. But should we go and look at it? And you're like, out to the car, yeah, take me there. The car just takes you there, mate. You don't drive it. You're in a self-driving car. It just takes you to the new house. You're like, yo, there's a shed outside. There's not a sign saying for sale. There's a for sale shed. And you go like that, put your phone to it, digital ID, boom, I want access to this shed, I want to view the house. So the shed now knows who you are through your digital ID, you tracked through your phone, they know it's fucking Howard's turned up to look at this house. You walk in the shed, it's got an omnidirectional treadmill and a VR headset. You put it on, and boom, you're walking through the front door of the house. You have a scan of the house, you see if you want it. Yeah, you're like, yeah, I want it. I'm buying this house. You basically walk around the house without even going in the house. You could buy the house before you're even out of that shed. Then before you're even at the actual front door, you could be like getting the key sent to your phone, and you just offer the phone to the door, it lets you in your new house. And then you're not going pictures, you go to the new gaff with Sandra. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll think about how the world's going to work in the future and all the little ways that it could be. Estate agent, any estate agent at the moment, they should be looking at making their own app that's like a Trivago for house sales, that people can say like, look, my house is for sale, can I put it on your app? And then anyone looking for an house, we can swap data through your API. But why would someone do that? Because there's actually estate agents that people like their taste. I've watched him on that program on fucking MTV. Sells houses in New York. He's got sick taste. I'd love to know what he thinks in the future. People are going to want to know. Like, there's grand designers and interior designers and all that, isn't it? It's... Exactly, Scott. Alcohol is... It might be a natural molecule, Mr. Bingham, or Big Man, sorry, Big Man. Might be a natural molecule, but it's poison for the human body. Labs are making strains now, though. You almost think the low price. Oh. Alcohol is fermentation, aka natural, but it's still poison for humans. All mushrooms are natural, mate, but don't eat them all, because some will kill you. It's just because it's in nature doesn't mean it's not going to fuck you up. Mercury is natural, innit? Go and drink a pint of... Don't drink a pint of mercury. Again, alcohol is definitely natural fruits, but some berries will kill you. Don't eat every berry you see, mate. Bunker Jenkins, you need some DMT in your life, bruh. Go and have a blaster Dimitri, bro. Come back when you've met the absolute. He didn't steal Facebook. You can't steal an idea. No, you don't own an idea. No one owns an idea. You've got ownership of ideas. No one owns an idea. You have an idea, don't fucking own it. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone back in the 90s, like, I've got an idea for self-driving cars, and 20 years later, it's not, oh, you fucking Merc have stole my idea. I said that to me, mate, in the 90s that we should have self-driving cars. You fucking stole my idea. You can't really steal ideas, mate. Like, you do it first, and don't shit on me, because I managed to get it off the floor before you. You had two twins that had an idea to make a new MySpace. But, right, that was it. Make a better MySpace. They tried to help with Zuckerberg. It's no different than what Sony did to Nintendo. Did Sony steal the PlayStation off Nintendo? They just didn't sell it to them in the end. Sony asked for a design of a disc playing console and Nintendo asked Sony for a design, and Sony just made it for themselves in the end. It's like that. Yo, that's a good idea. That. Cheers. You don't own ideas, so check who you give ideas to. Just slightly psychotic. I'd love to see the evidence of that, Peter. I would love to see the evidence of that. Morning, Pablo. Blackout's coming. Hope everyone's ready. older, Johnny. Where you based, Johnny? Where you living, mate? You a UK, Johnny? Because there's how much have you looked at regarding the coding of blockchain, instant settlement, ILP, and all that? The charity idea is great. Nice, Alan. Nice. I'm going to catch up because I've asked direct questions. Charities on Ledger. Morning spliffs, me, or crypto fail. You do if you put too much in them, mate. Yeah, they will. So YZR Life. What's up, Michael? Future millionaires and billionaires. Let's hope so. Everyone will have their own personal network. I keep saying it. I keep trying to highlight it to people that it's gonna happen. Not everyone's gonna do it because some people are still just they'll buy a Sky server or a Virgin Media server or a Samsung server to work for all the Samsung or Amazon's new server in the future that connects all your Alexa. Alexa might become its own server. Amazon might be like, oh, if you join us, you don't need a server because you just use our cloud. Just use our cloud, you know. Just forget that the CIA are listening and they've got all access to it all. Just it's all in the cloud. It's okay. It's all safe. It's just CIA just want to listen to you. Yeah, we'll get fucked, Amazon. I'm having an Alexa in my house. I'll make my own Alexa when we get down with Johnny and we get Johnny on Node Red and we get it going and then we teach other people how to do it. Pint of Mercury. I'm fucking behind on comments again. I'm shit, mate. Hello, Mike. Gay station. There's your new Xbox. There's your new Xbox, mate. I don't really want to go into like, but yeah, with the current Microsoft, Bill Gates, increase death. Yeah, we're gonna increase death on a TED Talk. Is that new Xbox? New Xbox looking a little bit like that cube, just a bit taller. I'll keep my gay station, thanks. Right, PID is going into my app, but not done hardcore blockchain stuff yet. How much XRP to be millionaires? Depends what price you're looking at. The Nolima. What was going to do here now? Right, Johnny. 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 Johnny, Google that, mate. Beats been called tutorial, right? Google that top one there on coil. Coding and the XRP ledger, a beginner's course. You're going to click on that because I need someone like you, mate, to help me because I'm not even a coder. I'm thinking of, like Alan's thinking now. I'm thinking probably starting next year or something. Probably going to have to jump on a little Northern Coders course or something. But Beats Finn's article here is not just an article, it's a tutorial. And basically you just read through it and go through it. And then when it gets to the end of it, it basically just starts giving you a little bit of code to do. And then it actually shows you in videos how he's doing it as well. And it's basically just how to create the project, create a folder, write a few simple lines of code to run it. Then he installs a package and he gets a bit of code from the XRPL, so it gives him a wallet's address and tells him how to use the wallet every few seconds and stuff. And if it's probably going to be the best place for you to start with something like that. You just coded your own live connection to the XRP ledger and got your balance from an XRPL node. Cool, right? So by the time you're at that bit, you've actually got a project set up that's tapping into the XRP ledger and giving you your address's balance at every interval you ask it to give it you. So that's just a tiny little bit of code to get into the XRPL for beginners. It's just scratching the surface of what he's offered. And if you actually go to Spring, now I type in Spring SDK software development kit, you'll know. Yeah, not teach it, suck eggs and shit, but that's what, just in case if you put Spring, you might get that, but put Spring SDK. I'm gonna click on spring.io. And this is where you need to be looking if you want the ILP and XRP APIs. So you can go instantly on that, open money platforms and open a developer account. It's then got all the protocols, XRP ledger information, interledger information, pay ID. That you've just said you've already got pay ID on your app, but you haven't got the others. So if you come to this, you're going to be, I'm guessing you would hit the ground running with this, Johnny. You can see what other devs in the XRP community are building, or Spring community, should we say. The Spring software development kit's there for you available. Supported languages are JavaScript, Swift, and Java. Spring services. You can run an XRP testnet wallet, ILP testnet wallet, XRP Explorer. Get started with Spring today. Create your dev account. I'd be interested to see how far you can get with it, to be honest, Johnny, because like I say, there's going to be need for a lot of networking in this community in the future. People have got good ideas. People have got really good ideas, and we need people who can help implement and execute them ideas to not help us, but other people as well down the line. Samreen Shakat, 2024 onwards, mate. Oh, boom. Was there talk of a cyber attack in Australia? There was talk of America being it off a DDoS attack and all that. I don't really understand them DDoS attacks and that. Morning, Brady. Xbox Sign Edition. Exactly that. I don't want to open up a whole new pot of conspiracies, mate, but Xbox has always pretty much been a black box. I know they've had grey and white editions and that, but it's been black, mate. It's a black box. It's a black box. When's the new Xbox coming out? It'll be the similar time, innit? Won't be surprised if it ends up for December this year, but I'd wait till summer. They'll try and reduce, they'll get a load of pre-orders to be flown out and shot out probably back for Christmas. Instantly, you'll see January sales and 25% knocked off once they hit the stores after the pre-orders. And then by midsummer, mate, I expect them to be like fucking 30% cheaper than they originally was. I really do. I'll be waiting till the back end of next year, me, for my PlayStation, and I don't see it going any differently for both of them. They'll come out worth 500-600 quid, and within 12 months they'll be 450. And by the start of 2022, there'll be a normal price you expect to pay for like a PlayStation 4 these days, like 350 quid or something. Brand new PlayStation Pro with the biggest memory be about 350. All over it, Johnny. Yeah, I just wanted to help you out, point you in the right direction, because with you having pay ID and that, you're on the right road, innit? You just with a few more links like that, and with someone who actually already there and understanding it, it's going to be extremely different for you to run through that Beats thing and just be like, right, I'm connected to XRPL there now, sick. Got that down, bounce over to Spring, see what others are doing with it on Spring, see what the Spring software development kit offers and all that. And like I say, I'd imagine you'd hit it running, mate. Straight away, see, you're on it, mate, because abstraction layer and all is going to mean nothing to us. Honesty, straight out honesty. Now, we've looked at the Interledger stack and the internet stack from internet protocol, interledger protocol, the application layers, the transport layers, the network layers. We've seen them, read through them, lying if we're going to say we understand them. You just took something like that. You clearly get the layers and stuff a lot more than we do. So making connections, man. It's as simple as that. This community is going to be able to help a hell of a lot of people in the future and be able to build a lot of stuff. And again, it's truly what the DLT cons are for. They're not just for us to all come and meet and be like, oh yeah, let's hit the bar and get pissed. It's for like, what ideas have you got, man? Can I help in any way? What you think? Can I help in any way? At the moment, I can give people attention and all that, but eventually there's going to be capital there as well, hopefully. So not only can we invest in the project and help people out, we can bring attention or help bring attention to the projects and ideas. Pay ideas. Right. Let me. So we're on to that. Let me get back on that page. Just for a rundown for everyone else. Spring IO. So what Spring has got them down as XRP Ledger is a decentralized blockchain cryptographic ledger powered by the network of peer-to-peer servers. It is the home of XRP, a digital asset designed to bridge the many different currencies in use worldwide. Interledger is an open protocol suite for sending payments across different ledgers. Like the internet, connectors route packets of money across independent networks. The open architecture and minimal protocol enable interoperability for any value transfer system. Pay ID. So Interledger was for interoperable payments. Pay ID for universal payment addresses. Pay ID is a protocol for human readable addresses for all payments. Pay ID enables services to provide their users with a single, easy to use address that works for all their wallets, payment networks, and fully abstracts complex protocol details. It's like email for payments. Feel free to look more into that, guys. Just wanted to give you the brief overview of what Spring was saying. But it's like the use cases through the Spring software development kit: payments, custody, send, receive, spend, and get paid into your app. Media, build new business models that allow content creators to get paid directly. Gaming, create, own, and exchange virtual goods with others across games. Someone come up, please. I don't even need to be a part of it. I just want to see someone murk it. Using Zoom, payment pointers to coil, whatever. But make a game, the new game, the new phone game that's just gonna go boom. The new Candy Crush, Clash of Clans, fucking Flappy Birds, Angry Birds, the fish one that everyone just went on and have rewards. Even bring out a new Tamagotchi app, but have the rewards as XRP. And just do like the app will take off. It'll just take off. you know what I mean? Like, someone's going to make something eventually that everyone, all us are going to turn around and just going to be like, what the fuck? Crypto kitties, mate, the fuck's that? Do you know what I mean? So many things we could be doing. Yeah, I made my laptop a Linux. Just took Windows off my laptop. Downloaded Linux on it. And put Hyperledger on it and that. But again, I just can't work out how to build on Hyperledger. I can get the demo, the beta Hyperledger, like the demo version working. But don't know how to like... don't know how to build on it. Mr. Big Man, fuck off. There's only room for one big man here. Well, he's the big man. You're just Mr. Big. Looking for 589 XRP. 2027, that. He's probably going to be 589 for about a second. Scott's time. I've actually got a little lean of me lately. I need to start training again. Only 12.5 stone now. Not even 13 stone anymore. I'll pelvic pin anyone though. I don't care how tall you are. Once you're on your back and I've climbed on you. Done, mate. Oh, what? Right. Johnny, have you ever thought of any content creation? Invest in yourself. The kind of thing I mean now by how many times you go to presentations like that? If you could document them presentations, if you was allowed to record a little bit of it, record a few meetings, talk to a few people, upload that on a YouTube channel, call the channel whatever you want. If you don't want to come in front of the camera like this, it's okay. Have the camera turning away from you. They can still hear your voice. They see the person who you're asking the questions to. They see the presentation. You could simply just sit there with your camera recorded while they're talking on the stage and not say a thing and do no interviews. And just build it up like that, get people watching you, get people generate some attention to a channel. And then when you've got multiple channels on multiple platforms of attention and you get one of your ideas off the ground, you've got the platforms to push it, to then switch that attention to your new product, your new platform. Like people going on Twitter, innit, to say, oh, look, I've made Venmo on Twitter. Or Vero, whatever it's fucking called. Birds are out. You hear them? I'd be extremely interested in seeing some of that, Johnny, if you can get documentation on it. Arnold, is he blocked from the channel, Arnold? Is he still in timeout, the lad? Is there anyone 6'2" or taller in the chat? What, I like 186 centimeters I am, I think 185, 186 centimeters. I'm nearly 187 centimeters. How did you like the film, Alan? Did you get through 187? Looking at the PID white paper, looks like our mate David Schwartz is a co-author. Nothing to do with XRP, I'm sure. Just that big orgy bed in it. All working together. Yeah, I understand that. It's not as fancy as it sounds. But it can be. It can be, Johnny. It can be as fancy as it sounds. It's all about the perspective put on it. This is why originally I said get some interviews and that. If you go into one of these places and David Schwartz is there, let's put it right. If you just do a 5-10 minute video of that presentation, bish bash boss, there's hardly any views online and no one really wants to know. If you get David Schwartz at that place and be like, all right, Dave, we can have a little chat with you, mate, about ILP and the Internet of Value. And then get David Schwartz to the side and say, look, I know it's all about currency these days and remittance and you're pushing reach. And it's just like the early days of the internet where they had to get the internet to everywhere. They got the reach and then it became all about speed. It's like, well, once you've got the reach and XRP's clearly already got the speed, how do you see, or how long do you see it taking till we've got a full-on Internet of Value that's legit asset swaps through ILP? Not currency to currency, but asset swaps through ILP. If someone can get face-to-face and ask David that question on video, not so he's on Twitter, don't ask it on Twitter because he's sat behind his phone, you can't see his reaction to you asking that question. I want to see his mannerisms, his body language. I want to see how does he think, is there any inkling that there's going to be a lot of it before 2025? Is he going to turn around and say, well, it's probably, we can't really say, can we? If we had to guess, it'd probably be about 2025 when that happens. Definitely after the ISO migration. God knows what he'd say. Absolute knows. So but it's one of them things where you can make that documented content. You can sit there and not talk to anyone and everyone's just like, well, it's a seminar, let's see. There'll be some people who watch it. But if you actually can title it David Schwartz talk about Internet of Value and asset swaps, attention. Do you know what I mean? So 6'2" looks like Johnny might be the tallest. Ramirez is the same height as me. Who's 6'3"? You can't put 6'1" then 6'3". So you're 2 inches taller than me. Who wants to die? What you saying? 5'11" and I want to die? Nah, Scott. 5'11's alright. Let's have it right. Any height's alright. Size doesn't matter. Learn that pelvic pin and you've done it, mate. Anyone. It would make great content, Michael. It really, really would. It's online. Yeah, so I mean, would you be allowed to screen record it and share it? Because it might still be interesting to some people. Especially regarding how far they go into how stuff's being developed and all that. Because we're all watching stuff where, not that we're not watching the intellectual ones where they have a bit of the coding up and it all gets a little boring. Because they're saying it to coders. It's like watching a physicist on a fucking lecture. And you sat at the back and you know fuck all about it and you're like, half of this is going right over my head, you know. I'd love to understand this, but it's going right over my fucking head. But then you get someone like Brian Cox or Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's not only at them lectures spitting his spiel that hardly anyone understands, but they're also online, like, look, let me break it down a little bit, let me break it down so everyone understands it, and give you some little nuggets that you can all take in. And you can do that for developing. Do you know what I mean? It's what I'd love to be able to do, is to be able to just say to people, look, this is how you buy your server. Go online, buy that off Dell. Download fucking Hyperledger to it. Build your own little private network on Hyperledger. Attach it to the XRP ledger and your wallets with an API. Attach it to ILP and your Zoom app. And everyone learn how to do that. Then, on the other side of that, you've got buying a little server and Node-RED and building your own Amazon Alexa. And getting it to work your house yourself, so you're not relying on other people's device. Not that you're not going to buy someone's Raspberry Pi or someone else's server. This is where you have to come to a point where you trust in the hardware you're building your stuff with. Oh, I'd love to swing We'll do one day. I've got no doubts that hopefully one day I get to sit with him and have a little chat. I'd much rather do it face to face though in the future, rather than online. Not that I wouldn't love to talk to him online, don't get me wrong, but a face to face fireside chat with David Schwartz, you're shitting me. Yeah, camera angles and that, Alan. High soles and stuff. 6 foot. Got some tall guys. Not going DLT, can't now be like Land of the Giants, Peter. Alan. Got to once you put someone on the back and you've climbed on top of them a certain way, you've done it, mate. Doesn't matter how tall you are, size is nothing. Pound for pound strength's where it's at. Chat's going so fast, I can never keep up, Scott. When can you ever keep up, mate? I'm only a minute behind now, though. That's 11:05, your comment there, Scott. 5'7", don't give a fuck. That's the attitude, Michael. Nice cheeky smile. Let me try. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's what you want when you're small. Raining again today. It's gonna be another hanging one. Can't find a picture of someone doing it. Shows the script. Shows what to do, and some big meatheads giving his shit, and just trip him up and get on top of him. And it's gonna be like, why the fuck can't I get up? You'll be on top like that. It's because I'm on you, mate. It's because I'm on you, mate. You ain't going nowhere until I've wore you out and I can drop you in one. You big daft bastard. Imagine a 6'4" meathead round all these boys. And next thing, there's 5'7" guys on top of him, and the meathead can't move for shit. The meathead can't move for shit. He can't get a dig, can't get a good dig, because he's back on the floor, so he can only bring his arm back to there, so his punches are... That's as hard as you can give him. You can take them all day, like literally take them all day, depending on how well he does them. If you give you one of them in there, he'd probably be a little bit more... You'd be getting dazed, but you spread your arms to lock his arms, wrap your legs round his legs, pelvis to pelvis. Yeah, might look a little gay. Pin your legs round his, drop his shins, push his shins down, push his pelvis down, and push your arms out to block his punches. And you fucking got hammer fists on his face then, mate. All fucking day. He's done in 5 minutes, I'm telling you. Don't care how tall he is. And I'm no black belt BJJ, just know some dudes. XLM, do believe it will be big. What's the deal on XLM? Something weird about its connection to Saturn. Lucius Trust IBM. I think it's the second choice, me. Like we've always spoken about, more assets wrong, and you're gonna get a healthy choice in the end through interledger protocol, and the only difference will be is the way you implement the payment, settlement, or transfer. You will say what bridge you want to take. So with all the people who moan about XRP and the way it's run, XLM's pretty much slightly different in most of them aspects in it. So it's not only another pretty fast asset, it's almost completely different but extremely similar to XRP. So it's the second choice for me. It's the second one. It's almost meeting all the standards XRP does, didn't it? If you broke all the standards down, I mean, it's a second choice. IBM using it. It's clearly a... Exactly, Peter. Exactly, mate. Exactly. That's your strongest foot planted almost your weight on that, going into him, into his stomach with a hug, right? Put your left leg through his legs, twist it, take his fucking ankle and drop the fucker down. Your left leg's then already wrapped round his left one. You then reposition your right, wrap his other leg and spread your arms over his chest. So your arm it's there and he can't punch you. Boom. And push his pelvis, push your pelvis into his pelvis, mate. He can't get up. He has to put, you'd have to do a push up. You can't get up. You can't push yourself up. Like you can't do a push up of your own weight and lift yourself off the floor. You can't do it. You become him. You're part of him. You're locked to him. He's done. He can be 7 foot, mate. He's done. You just got to hold it and push in and hold it and give him the odd little fucking hammer fist till he's worn out and you can feel him no longer fighting. And he's like, how the fuck can I not move with this 5'7" guy on top of her? Your size doesn't matter. Why do mansions exist? Mic drop. That's ego. It's because ego exists. It's the true answer, legit answer. Ego exists. Ego. It's like Tupac used to say, why you got a family of 5 in an house with 27 bedrooms? What? You need 10 bedrooms for 3 people. Some people's got 9 bathrooms. There's only 4 people living in the house. You got 9 bathrooms. It's ego. How big's your house? It actually doesn't matter. What matters is you've got a roof, you've got a bed each, you've got food in your belly, innit? Like, doesn't matter in fighting signs. It really doesn't. The thing is about XLM is that search we did the other day, man. And we legitimately just try to find out about the burn. So like from last year, why Stella burn 55 billion XLM and what happens next? The burn is just the beginning. The main net event is what happens with the remaining funds. It's a weird one, isn't it? XLM, right? Look at it this way. Look at it this way, right? The man who created XLM helped create XRP and XRP Ledger. He didn't quite agree with the way that was going. So he went and made his own, right? Do you think for 1 minute he doesn't expect to become a multi-billionaire off his own project? The way Chris Larson will and all them off XRP. If he's got to expect that. Do we agree on that? That Jed McCaleb will expect to get multi-millionaire, billionaire status off his own XLM project? And then people wonder why he's just so willing to make millions off XRP when he gets given them. You know, at the point he's actually been told he can sell them. Do you imagine being told when you can sell your coins? You're gonna do why would you? What? I don't get it. It's all part of the wooden spoon and the food parade, innit? Food parade like that. Fucking sprouting shit out of trumpets, and it's Jed McCaleb believes in XLM. IBM believe in XLM. Do you need any? Does that even need anything else after that for you to just be willing to put a little bit on XLM? To even be sat on 1,000 of them, just 1,000 XLM. We were saying this the other day. What happened to 1,000 XLM? What, they end up worth $50 each. It's 50k. It's 50k. Barely costs you $100 at the moment. It's like people need to wake up to how much how much diversifying they possibly should be doing instead of just sitting there and questioning the project. Just put a little bit of money in it. Established the other day that what they were shouting out and was looking at the mining. We're still trying to find out which would be the best to actually mine. And I've got to throw it out there as T-Fuel at the moment, simply because of the way you can just go straight onto the Theta TV marketplace and buy some. I'm hoping to do that soon. So with the first bits that I mine, I'm going to start sending them to Theta TV with the T-Fuel that I can earn for watching streams on there. And the minute it's high enough to buy something from the shop, whether it's a gaming chair or anything, I'm going to buy it and see if it comes to me. If I get it, I'm just going to be like, yo, here's a gaming chair that I've got off Theta TV. It's like, like I say, we're looking for other mining opportunities that offer them kind of possibilities, but James has got a lot of XLM. Nice. XDC, XLM. It's one of them though, John. I don't like. Would it be better to just buy one of them? So only buy XDC, or cover your ass and buy a little bit of both? Should I get some XLM, Blue Spanners and Scott? I'm not going to tell you to go and get XLM. Don't tell people what to buy. I've told you to go and look at it. If you're still reaching for that confirmation, all I will say is don't get to 2025 and have no XLM regretting it. That's it. That's the be all and end all of it. How are you going to feel after this conversation right now that you don't go out and buy at least £50 worth in the next couple of weeks? And then by 2023 to 2025, they're in the $10, $15 range. And XRP is still only a little bit above it. Do you know what I mean? It's all about them. The worst case scenario is a load of them go that you haven't bought before XRP moves. That's going to be the worst stage of regret. Even if you sat out of Bitcoin and Bitcoin absolutely rockets way before XRP does for whatever reason, how many people is going to regret they didn't have a little stack of Bitcoin there just in case? I just think that, like I say, it's IBM. Is IBM not using it internally enough for people? Because I've got news for them. If I can find it. I mean, this. Please tell them I can get this up. I'm not. What they have to search. I don't want to pull a number out my ass because because I was about to pull a number out my ass. I was about to say 95% because I'm pretty sure some motherfuckers said 95% somewhere. But May the 9th, 2019, how high-tech blockchain is changing the payments world. I need to look for the number. Where's the number? Where's the number? Where's the number? So, IBM's global reach is a plus. It's reported that 75% of the world's financial transactions pass through IBM systems every day. Working with IBM's strong blockchain team gave us confidence in WorldWire's technical underpinnings. Perhaps most important, the service is fast and low cost. Exactly what the payments market demands. Powered by the IBM Blockchain platform and using the Stellar protocol, WorldWire makes it possible for two financial institutions to simultaneously clear and settle cross-border payments in seconds, irrespective of their location and currencies. So why would you? Why would we not buy XLM? Like, did everyone hear that? Like, Remember, didn't XLM burn off their supply? It's weird, but I don't know why he did it. I can't really find it out, mate, to be honest. Not, definitive official reports. Even that then it's reported 75% of the global financial traction. Now everyone's gonna be like, well, Swift does financial transactions. Like, Swift does most of its financial transactions. It's like yeah, but what's that? Who creates the hardware that the software's then run through? Do you know what I mean? It's a little different. IBM systems, right? So if I go back to Google and put IBM servers, should I put for sale, shouldn't I? Oh no, IBM servers from IBM. And IBM servers, the cutting edge of security and reliability. Enterprise servers from IBM give you the flexibility and performance you need for all your mission critical workloads. IBM empowers you to build the IT infrastructure for cognitive workload and servers and stories that understand, reason, and learn. Business can stay resilient and changing in time, and resilient in changing times. So they selling the servers to the small enterprise servers, to the large enterprise servers, scalable servers, mainframes, featured servers and solutions, hybrid cloud solutions, Linux solutions, monetize your infrastructure. With a stellar protocol running through it all. So, again, why would you? See, XLP, all the money. All the money. IOV, all the value. ILP, all the value. Choice, healthy choice, level playing field, XRP or XLM. At the moment, you want to do a settlement less than 5 seconds. At the moment, you've only got a few assets you can use that have got quite a lot of reach. Yeah, both XLM and XLM, so whichever, don't really mind. It is better to have a bit of both. Nice, boo. Different. It is different portfolios and different stacks that you're ready to do different things with. It really is. People shouldn't feel. It worries me, of people joining a little trading program or going for a little dive in trading, getting burnt, or not getting burnt, sorry, getting a good result, gaining a little confidence, and then over leveraging with too much of the stack. And I don't mean over betting. I mean legitimately just moving the whole stack to like Binance futures, so they've got more fucking margin. Do you know what I mean? So oh no, I'm gonna come out. I can't lose this trade. Just put more there. Just put more there. It'll always come back. It'll always come back. Some of that kind of shit worries me, man. Make sure if you're trading, you're only playing with a comfortable amount that you're willing to lose. It's Peter. Do not be surprised if the biggest coin of the future sees the smallest growth at first. Don't be surprised if they all start running a bit before XRP, because it will be a FUD piece, won't it? It'll be keeping people on the fence, pushing people off the fence. And yeah, just don't be surprised if it takes a little bit for XRP to get traction. Because everyone loves to say, oh, it's a manipulated industry, but then when you actually start talking about and manipulating it, they always go, yeah, well, it's going nowhere then, is it? That's just going to go nowhere then, is it? It's not even moving. You're like, well, you can't have it both ways. What's superannuation? Is that the word of the day, that, Steve? You're sneaking the word of the day into an actual question. Hey, well, I'm legitimately having to Google what you've just said, mate. I haven't got a clue what the fuck that means. What's a superannuation? And what? Everyone else is either like, yo, I'm with you, Scott, I don't know what the fuck that means. Or they're like, fucking hell, Scott, you didn't know what that means. Superannuation in Australia. The arrangements put in place by the government of Australia to encourage people in Australia to accumulate funds to provide them with an income stream when they retire. What? Replacing pension or with pension? This? What's this? I'm trying to gather thoughts on it. Want to understand it a bit more. It's compulsory for employees to make superannuation contributions for their employees. It's pension then, innit? Wages and salaries. The employer contribution rates been 9.5%, but up to 12% by 2025. People are encouraged to supplement compulsory contributions with voluntary contributions, including diverting their wages or salary. So our pensions, occasionally we choose a percentage. We choose like 2, 3, 5% of our wages to put into the pension, and the company matches it if your card's in and that. Like I'm self-employed with agency Gimpart, so this is your pension, and you can invest cryptos now. So that would be like an SIPP with cryptos attached in it, like Lansdowne and Hargreaves and Lansdowne offer like a self-investment pension plan, an SIPP, with the possibility to invest that pot in cryptos. My thoughts on that is interesting. If that is what's going down there, I'll let me catch the comments up. What's the difference between XRP and XLM? I really don't understand. As far as I'm aware, is that in the transaction fee on XRP is supposed to be the only burning of it over time. It gets a tiny little bit gets burnt over time, maintaining the network, and it decreases the value of the asset over time, which will increase the asset's actual value over time. So although the value will be depreciating, the volume, it will be depreciating, the value will be appreciating. An XLM, as far as I'm aware, can just be burnt whenever the fuck Jed wants to burn some. It's out and printed whenever he wants to print some, by the sounds of it at times. It sounds like a Fed's wet dream, mate. Sounds like the Fed's wet dream, XLM. People say it's a fork of XRP and all that. I don't believe it is, mate. I think he built his own similar to XRP, but made it fucking a little bit modular so he can burn or add it. And IBM are everywhere, John. People would be daft not to. Exactly, Boo. So I'm not sure many people understand that most of these payments that go through in the world are going through IBM technology, regardless of the protocols used. It's when you bounce out of someone who doesn't use IBM, this is what we need to understand. Like, the current system is going to sort themselves out and pretty much all stay in bed with each other. It's how they transact with me and my wallets. It's going to go through ILP, and like I'll be XRP. Give me XRP. So even if they not go in XRP from their currency to XRP to my local currency, I'll probably be requesting XRP. I think a lot of people will request XRP in the future. And then what happens when it's my network to your network, or your network to your brother's network, or your employer to you? It's not just. This is multiple corridors and pathways through multiple networks, so you've got a fair, healthy choice and a level playing field. All the costs being pretty much the same. We're nowhere near there yet because everyone's fees are here, there, and everywhere. Eventually, it's going to be pretty much free to send money, which is, again, a standard XRP setting in the tiny transaction fee. $2023 isn't too long, mate. 2017, gone, mate. 3 years ago. Rob Cash, mornings. Are we still on morning? Barely for me. Half an hour left. Yeah, risk management for all that shit. Emotions need to be nulled out in trading and stuff. They really, really do. It's really, sometimes it's hard to go to bed with an open trade. Like, you can't sleep just because you've got a trade open at times. And you're thinking, you've clearly risked too much, mate. Like, you've clearly just gone in too deep. If you fucking can't even go to bed for fear that you're going to want to close a trade any minute, then you're in too deep, aren't you? You're only supposed to be skinny dipping. That's full on swimming in the fucking lake, that. 100%, Howard. 100%. And do you know, right, this is what we've been saying, right? So that right fucking there, ping, boom. When we say things like, can you imagine the young guys and David Schwartz and everyone who built this kind of tech going into older bankers and being like, you need to change your system for this, that, and that, because this is going to annihilate your system. If you don't innovate, like, they're not going to need you in the future. You don't change now and use this technology. The people are just going to do it on their own because it's all open source, decentralized. They won't need you in the end. And the bankers are legitimately like, right, we'll prove it works. Show us then, dickhead. Got 10 years. Prove it. Prove it over 10 years. Nice long time. Before you know it, 5 years into them 10 years, Chris Larsen becomes richer than Mark Zuckerberg. Becomes worth more than Mark Zuckerberg. Like fucking that, out of nowhere. For 3 or 4 years, nothing. It's just Chris Larsen in Ripple. And within months, you break it down, it wasn't actually 5 years. It was within months of a little bull run at the end of 2017, early 2018. And he became richer than Mark Zuckerberg. Bankers like, tell me the bankers didn't wait to fuck up then and just put a thumb on it, boom. Nah, yeah, all right, mate. Let's slow this shit down. We're not quite ready yet. Fucking hell, that fast. It happened that fast. You're shitting me. Right, let's get moving. It's just unbelievable how long it seems to be taking, but how fast time's actually going. And we're actually getting there faster than it seems, I think. I'm leaning to the point where there is going to be another massive spike to over all-time highs with a nice little tiny retracement and bear trap on the way to it. Spoke about the bear traps, guys. When it's finally going up to the all-time highs, be careful with them fibs. Be careful with the Fibonacci, because I'm expecting a bear trap, me. And if you sell a load at the top, expecting a buy-in low down at one of the fib levels, and it legitimately might not reach it. It might only be a tiny little pip, and fuck off, it has gone to double its all-time high, and you're like, shit, I just lost a quarter of my stack. You've got to be careful. Really, really have. Like I say, new all-time highs. There's people waiting like, what you want about, Scott? I'm fucking selling some at $2. Well done. Well fucking done, you. Buzzing for me. Like, but in reality, there's people waiting for triple figures, mate. Do you know what I mean? So people's like, oh, there's not going to be liquidity. It's not going to be. How do you know there's going to be liquidity at $6? How do you know there's going to be liquidity at $6? Well, because someone wants to sell at $6. Simple. Someone's got gains to make, and a cross-network transaction is going to pick up his XRP. Yeah, I'll have that, mate. I'll have that for pounds. I need this. I need that in that transaction. I've got a couple of XRP. It's a few hundred XRP at $6 each. Put an order in. Boom. At the same time as someone's buying a Louis Vuitton bag, contactless, somewhere else, an ILP looks for an order of XRP. A couple of hundred XRP, $6, like boom, there it is. I'm having that. Bish bash bosh. ILP's done it. Done it. It is gonna be incredible. Q Scott. We'll go in the house and chill for a bit then. Why don't I do TA? Mum told me to stop fibbing. Yeah, I think about that a lot, you know, the possible bear trap, what it means for people who get stuck in it. Because I don't really know that many people who are scalping with a stack, but I know people will be doing it. Morning, Sean. We've just got to be extremely careful. You've been burning on trade as well. It's perfect time to invest. Be patient. Playing them at the wrong game. Exactly. Do you know there's a banker? Bankers like and traders and all this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% a day tops. They're happy with it, mate. They're happy with it. You understand that if you get 5% a day, you've doubled your money in less than 20 days. Do you know what I mean? Doubled your money in less than 20 days. It's like, you keep going at that rate, your money's basically a fucking snowball coming down a mountain. Just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As long as you make that 2, 3, 4, 5% a day. And then there's people walking in the bookies trying to get 7 to 1s and shit. Like, evens is epic. Evens is epic. When was doubling your money never epic? Like, why? You know what I mean? You walk in a bookies and all, like, why is evens so shit? Oh, shit odds then. Fucking evens, mate. It's not shit. It's double your money. It's a fucking ×2. Like, 2x in your money, mate. You take a 1er in and you're walking out with 2 ton. That's not shit. That's epic. But oh no, they want the 7 to 1. They want the fucking 250 to 1 fucking accumulator. Dreams, mate. Dreamers. After that get rich quick fucking, it's madness. It's absolutely greed. Greed. It is in it. It's greed. It's one in it here, one in it now. When the bankers, as just been said above, play them at the wrong game. The bankers playing the long game. You 1 to 2% a day. It's like 1 to 10, not 10 to 1. Like 1 to 10. Like you what? Like no what? Do you know what I mean? That's like Barcelona beating a first division team every week or some shit. Do you know what I mean? Like Barcelona scoring a goal. 1 to 10. Yeah, I'll take that, bro. Every fucking game of the season. How many games do Barcelona play where they don't score? Can anyone tell me? Did he ever not score Barcelona? I don't watch footy enough anymore, but I'm pretty sure they score most games. It used to be like Nemanja Vidic. Used to score like fucking 10 headers a season. Across 38 games, working his odds out for Nemanja Vidic to score an header. Like, if you just put a couple of quid on every game, it's like 70 odd quid a season. You're going to pull that back with his 10 headers. He scored 10 a season, Vidic. It's fucking crazy. Like, These little educated bets, that's trading, mate. That's trading information. You look at last season, think Vidic scored a fucking right for you last season. Go again this season. It's an educated trade of information. You're not just gambling. And the fact people are chasing the fucking... some of the odds are chasing the bookies, it's fucking beyond belief. It's beyond belief. When you actually start realising that trading and investments and some of the percentages that you can gain over time and what you can do. Think of all the money people have put on the lottery since 1996 or whenever the fuck it came out. How much would they have now if they'd have just put it in gold? You know, all the people, not about the people who got lucky enough to win. Fuck them. Talk about the people who've never won. Barely even win tenors on it. Like, they're playing Wednesday, Friday, fucking multiple games. Playing the Irish lottery, the fucking American lottery. How much money are they actually putting on a lottery over a decade, man? They could just be putting it in gold. It's crazy, isn't it? It's madness. The more you have, the faster it goes from a certain... Yeah. Yeah, I remember that Roy Carroll, whatever he was called in Britain, who won like 9 million and then blew it all because he was doing Destruction Derby in his back garden. Kept buying cars to smash up with his mates. Like he was fucking 16 or some shit. Crazy, crazy. Don't get me wrong, if you're going to do that and charge people to come, well done. Nice business model, that. But don't let your boys come for free and smash up a load of cars that you built, that you bought with your lottery money, while you're getting whiffed up and that with them and no one's paying but you. You absolute tool. 7 grams of pure smelly dog. Got the pepper terpenes in it. Pepper terpenes. Oh, it hits me like lavender, that, you know. Lavender terpenes. Lavender terpenes, pepper. Let me search that. There's not many things that will make me put a grinder down, I'm telling you now. Lavender terpenes. Linalool, or linalool. Linalool is a naturally occurring terpene found in many flower species, including lavender, coriander. It gives off a complex yet delicate floral aroma. Lavender bicala, terpenes, cannabis. Lavender cannabis. Is it pepper? What are terpenoids and what do they do? Beta-carotenoid, subsequently found in many plants such as Thai basils, cloves, cinnamon leaves and black pepper, and in minor quantities in lavender. Its aroma has been described as peppery, woody and or spicy. Caryophyllene, that one there. Caryophyllene, the only terpene known to interact with the endocannabinoid system, CB2. Ooh! So we're getting that off the dog. Something in it, mate. Something in that pepper terpene that makes me... Ooh. Yeah. Plant medicine, innit, mate? I don't care what anyone says. Plant medicine. Oh, they'll all agree that lavender relaxes you. Singing fucking terpene, dickhead. Gambling, right? What I talk about stupid ways to waste your money, that will be to some people, but at the end of the day, I feel everyone needs a little vice. Everyone needs to consume something, entertainment-wise. We need entertainment. We're here to experience, and if it's not entertaining, what's the fucking point? Do you know what I mean? So you've got to entertain yourself a little bit. You've got to have vices that make you feel good. Legitimately. that alcohol does it for someone. I ain't judging anyone who goes out and gets pissed and smashed, or I'll try not to until they break the law and turn into a knobhead like I used to be, and then I'm fully equipped to judge him because I used to be that person. So don't tell me I've got no right to judge them people. I used to fucking be him, the dickhead. Like, comes down to the debate, like, alcohol, it is legitimately not them, it's the alcohol, but it's them letting themselves get to that point like I used to do. You need to get to a point where you can discipline yourself and not have too much. Same with chocolate in the fridge, innit? Discipline. Everything in moderation. So, cannabis and tobacco is bad for you though. Alcohol's bad for you. I shouldn't really be having any of it. Well, it's everything in moderation. You're telling anyone. Let's have it right. If they're not stealing, and they're not hurting anyone, and they're having it in a way that it doesn't hurt them, it actually improves their fucking life. Like, why shouldn't someone be able to have a little bit of crack now and then? I'm not saying I think they should, but I'm asking why they shouldn't. Why you think they shouldn't, like? Everything in moderation. If you have 100% oxygen for too long, it'll kill you. Your body's made of water, and you need water to survive. But drink too much of it, and you'll drown yourself. Everything in moderation. Not just food, proteins, the gases you breathe, you have to have in moderation. Only 21% of that was oxygen. The rest of it's nitrogen and carbon dioxide and shit. 21% oxygen. When you blow out, it's still about 17% oxygen. You've not took all the oxygen that you breathed in. You just took what you could, what you needed. Everything in moderation. Just is. Just make sure if your body sees it as a poison, regardless of how it makes your head feel, if your liver and kidneys and the rest of it are seeing it as a poison, i.e. alcohol, just make sure you're generous with the fucking moderation. Little things like little water now and then, instead of just going pint, shot, pint, shot. Put some water back in, rehydrate yourself a little bit, help your body, get rid of the poison while you still feel good. And then you won't feel as bad the next day because you're topping your water up and helping your body regulate the fucking poison. Rolled your first blunt the other day, it was sick. Nice. Flavoured cigar wraps. Ooh. Nice. Do them factory rolled dudes, yeah. Yeah, nice, Bill. Be interested in that. Sudden wealth syndrome. I've seen stories online and watched videos on lottery winners and stuff. Likes of people who win the Euros, 300 or 400 million, moving to places like Monte Carlo or Switzerland and being shunned by the elite. Because you'll have a guy over there whose dad built up a business from nothing, and give it his son when it was worth like 20 million. And his son's built it all his fucking life for like 40 years. And he's got it to worth 200 million. And he's worth like 65 million or 100 million, whatever. And then this knobhead rolls into town with 400 million who's just been given it off a lottery. He's like, yeah, that was an interesting documentary to watch. I can't remember the name of it, and as well, it kills me. What you need to do if you never drink, all the drinking is detox your body from time to time. You really do, Michael. And like I was saying, you should really be doing it during drinking as well. Like, the most I ever did that was logged, I don't know if I ever drank more than what I drank this day. And I don't know what people bought me regarding when your mate's like, yeah, here's a shot. But I got a tab. The night Ricky Hatton fought Floyd Mayweather, whenever that was, I got a tab at my mate's pub. And when I went back the next day, I was out in the pub, had a few beers before we went to the pub, and then got in the pub at like 12 midday, just after 12. Was in the pub till about 4:30 in the morning. For like fucking 16, 17 hours in the pub. Went there the next day. Like, what was the fucking tab? 26 pints of Carling. 26 pints of Carling in a day. That's ridiculous, mate. I was like, wow. That's just what I bought. Madness, mate. Madness, that. That's me getting poisoned, fucked up, killing your liver, man. Keep doing it, it does die as well. Oh, I probably would myself, Dave. I mean, what year was that? What year did Ricky Hatton fight me? Well, that was not far off the end of it, you know. 2007. Oh, yeah, nah, actually, I was still a bit... That was just before we went Canada. Right, like weeks before we went Canada. Rah. Same rah. The fuck? But yeah, that day, it is horrible. It's an horrible amount of beer to drink in a day. It's nasty. Tried smoking cannabis once. Didn't feel anything. Interesting. Yeah, it was almost 2.8, Dave. It was 2007. John, I had a little lie in myself, mate. Oh, Dave. I know. I didn't do too bad, mate. It was turning into a bit of a chubby. About 12.5 stone now. Like, I range from like 12.5 to 13 stone now, depending on how much I pig out a certain week. And then back in the day when I used to drink like that, I was ranging from like 14.5 to 15. 14.5 to 15 stone. Went into 36-inch waist pants at one point. And then I was just like, nah, this has got to stop, this shit. I stopped FOMOing in to the pub, like fear of missing out on nights out. I was like, I'm not even missing anything coming out. Just like the match. Like, when you stop going to the match, like, you don't even miss anything. Oh, the atmosphere, what do you fucking do? I see more on this big screen. I see every close-up, all the free kicks, the fouls, the lot of it. And I can hear the fans. Fuck your fucking atmosphere. It's costing me 60 quid a pop. Used to be an absolute beer monster. And was getting chubby. Just had to knock it on the head. From 2000 and... I mean, I always kind of trained on and off, but not enough. And when I started going pub, I just very rarely did it at all. After that, 2010 came, I did the course to like learn to be a level 3 personal trainer. And that was it then. For the next few years, I spent time like putting the groundwork in to just stay lean, eating shit. I live on burgers, pizzas, sugar, and I drink a pint of cappuccino every morning with 3 sugars in it. And when I go back in there now, I'll do another one and chill with it. So that's a litre of cappuccino by just after dinner. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. In moderation. I had a diabetes test the other day. Before anyone says anything, I'm nowhere near diabetic. Makes you feel depressed. It is an interesting one, that. I will agree the sugar's withdrawals. I'll agree with that. But my body likes it. And it's in fruit. And I know it's refined sugars and shit, but It's not that much different than what's in the fruit, mate. I don't believe them. Yeah, nobody really. Do you know what's interesting to me? What price are you going to stop buying XRP, and everyone else for that matter? What price will you stop investing in XRP? You bear in mind you'll probably still have a pension and all that on the go. But what price do you stop investing in XRP? Bit of Stardog, John. For those who are wondering. John's going to stop at £1. Over $5. Caffeine, another drug. What's a drug? Define a drug, Michael, please. What is a drug? You mean molecule? You mean stimulant? What's a drug? Define drug, please. I'm not challenging. I'm just like looking for your, if you can, what's your specific definition of a drug? What is a drug? If sugar and caffeine and everything else, what makes them a drug? Because they're a stimulant. Synthetic caffeine is in most soft drinks. It's nasty. Yeah, I'll agree. Synthetic and that all day. Synthetic caramel is in most things. Who likes licking the brown of a banana off a natural caramel? Or do you prefer the caramel that gets sold in the industry that's synthetic caramel? Because no one's having real caramel unless you're letting a banana half rot and then eating it when it's brown as fucking soggy. There's your caramel. There's your natural caramel from nature. Like brown banana. Right, so $10 for Boo. That's a little better, Boo. See, Boo gets it. Boo gets it. Guys, you should invest in XRP till the day you fucking die. In my opinion. Because we said before, as it gets burnt off, it's only going to appreciate in value, regardless of supply and demand. As demand grows over time, supply will diminish over time. Can you imagine what the last XRP is going to be worth? How many each of the drops going to be worth? That last XRP could last 10 years on its own if the drops are worth enough. I know not a lot of people expect to be here in 10, 20 years, but family, generational wealth, pension. Don't stop buying XRP and carry on paying into a pension. Please, please don't do that. Like, not without serious thought into what assets you're actually investing in for later life. 10 pints a night of Stella and I buy a Colombian for about 10 years. Oh, damn. James, fucking salute you, mate. Well done. Love that. Speaking of sugar, since the 1800s, not product placement, I promise. Coca-Cola ain't paying me shit. Exactly, Alan. I'm on about the cash your pension cash. Like, are people expecting to like stop investing in crypto and go back to just letting a pension company handle their value? Or are you going to become your own value handler and invest in the stocks you want to invest in the commodities you want to invest in, and invest in the digital assets you want to invest in for the rest of your life, and you handle what you're going to be living off when you stop working or moving about as much, or when you settle down? Yeah, it's an interesting one, and it's something we should all be thinking about. In the long run, too much of it, Michael, excuse me, definitely, just like too much oxygen is. Too much oxygen will kill you. 100% oxygen over time will kill you. Your body can't process 100% oxygen being blasted into you at all times. It's used to 21%. 21%. 17, 18, 19%. I only took a couple of percent of that oxygen. Didn't need the rest of it. There's no, you can't process it. Not got the alveoli in my lungs to process it. Probably took a little bit more then because I give it more time to process it. Wouldn't have took much off that. Probably took fuck all off that because it's still processing the huge breath I took before then. You start giving 100% oxygen, 100% oxygen. It's going to kill you, mate. It's just going to kill you. It doesn't matter whether it's caffeine, sugar, alcohol. You have too much of it, it will kill you. Now we're getting to the stimulus. Makes a lot of people high. Yeah. It's addictive. Now we're getting to stimulus. So yeah, it is a different. So that is a drug. Is that the definition of a drug? It's a molecule that stimulates brain activity. And ones that are not drugs are simpler molecules that sustain life. Everything else that, you know, like forgetting the poisons and the bacteria and all that shit. I'm on about what you put in that don't kill you, but either helps you live or bit of brain activity. Is that what it is? The stimulus makes it a drug. But then not all drugs are bad then necessarily. It's a weird one. Everything in moderation, James. Rule number 1, baby. You got this. You got this. Balloon starving the brain. Mate, I put it on Facebook the other day. Do you know hyperventilating in a balloon? Like we're saying, 21% oxygen, right? Less in the balloon. Every time you fill that balloon, there's less oxygen in it. Eventually, if you keep it there, you will pass out. You will pass out. And now there's people doing it with nitrous oxide, mate. Not even any oxygen there. Like they go, no oxygen. They're still on the last breath. Do you know what I mean? So instantly, you've got like the 10 seconds then. So how much oxygen you actually got in your blood to continue to feed your brain? Because if that lasts 40 seconds, and you only had 30 seconds of breath of oxygen left in your body, after 30 seconds you're done with oxygen. You're only taking in nitrous. That is then 10 seconds to knock you out. You're trapped. Boom. It's like being in a chokehold. You'll be knocked out in 10 seconds. It's like, it's bad for your brain, mate. You start lasting 3 minutes but somehow not passing out. I'm taking you've just got enough oxygen there, but it's, yeah, nah, don't start doing that shit. Don't be doing that. Super Silver. Ah! Good job that won't lit. Sorry, Steve, did I miss your follow-up? It is the pension, yeah. Self-manager super fund, yeah. So in the UK, that's called a self-investment pension plan, an SIPP. So it's similar, it's just named different, right? With it. Very interesting. Leaflet. Where are you from? Where are you from now? I'll put United States. Are you at least 21? Of course I am. Of course I am. If anyone interested in cannabis and that, go on Leaflet. And get it all. So there's the Star Dog. Get off. It's what I'm smoking at the minute. Star Dog. Go look. Latest James. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. So the terpenes, peppery, herbal, and citrus, and the terpenes. Cannabinoids, it's THC 20%, if grown right. It's on the energizing side, right? This is why, like, you kind of prefer dog for a little bit of a boost. Or whether it's the peppery, Stardog, possibly named after the bright sparkling crystal trichomes that blanket the strain like stars, is a hybrid cross between Chemdog, Tresdog, Earther, Pine with sour notes of diesel. Ooh. Its uplifting effects may help patients treating stress, fatigue, and anxiety disorders. People wonder why I like Stardog. I've been diagnosed depressed and anxious in the past. I've been diagnosed stressed and anxious in the past, and people wonder why I like to have Stardog in my life. Well, it might be because it helps with stress, fatigue, and anxiety disorders. The feelings it induces: happiness, relaxing, euphoric, uplifting, focused. Like some week focused. Do feel focused after some buds. Helps with stress, depression, anxiety, pain, and lack of appetite. The lack of appetite, that's what I was saying the other day. Not every bud's going to give you the munchies, especially high THC. High CBD, you get the munchies. Dry mouth, 28%. We've got the coke there. Dry eyes, dizzy, idler, anxious, new, paranoia, new. Strange spotlight. This leafly, man, for all the strains. Now if we go and search blueberry, because that's my second favourite. So blueberry, cannabinoids, THC 17%. Look at the terpenes there. It's got herbal again, peppery again, but pine this time. But if you remember, the Stardog's got pine in it from another plant. Blues is the calming, the one you'd have at night. It is the best cannabis to just be like, boom, I don't give a fuck. A true A-list cannabis strain, blueberry's legendary status soared to new heights after claiming a High Times Cannabis Cup in 2000. It's a boost. The sweet flavours of fresh blueberries combined with relaxing effects to produce a long-lasting sense of euphoria. Many consumers utilise blueberry to help contend with pain and stress, while connoisseurs and growers admire the strain for its colourful hues. Feelings: relaxed, happy, euphoric, sleepy. They're all high on blues. It's one of the kings, man. I don't care what anyone says. Helps with stress, pain, anxiety, insomnia, depression. Insomnia, mate, it'll put you out, blues. Put you out, mate. Don't have blues in the morning, bro. Not unless you're ready. Bit of a dry mouth. Eyes and that, not really that dizzy, no paranoia. No headaches. 3%, like 300 people. 1,400 people will get paranoid. 1,700 will get dizzy. 1,800 will get dry eyes. 1,300 will get a bit of a dry mouth. And what? It's medical. It's growing, innit? Medical cannabis industry. How it spins into blockchain is going to be extremely interesting. But yeah, basically I like herbal, peppery, pine and citrus terpenes in my body apparently, because they will attach to cannabinoids. Make no mistake, lavender's doing no different. It's got the same kind of terpenes in it. And if you're willing to accept that lavender's relaxing, then I'm sorry, but you've got to be willing to accept that them other plants are medicines as well. It goes way beyond it as well if you start adding mushrooms and stuff. Lollipop. Ba-da-ba-bum. In MoneyGram, 2-1. I need to look on 212 for buying shares at the moment because it's going to be worth it. If you've got a bit more, some have got a bit of a dip to go yet, aren't there? There's also apps for to invest in startups and that. We need to get some of them on the table as well. Also places where you can buy actual gold and have it sent to you. Do you know what I mean? It's loads of ways we could be, multiple ways we can be investing. Did you invest in any weed stock up? Nah, not yet. This is what I'm saying. I'm thinking now, like what? Because to be honest, we sat there waiting. What's the point when the market's about to fucking pop? But it's in the middle of popping now, so it'll be a bit of a fucking idiot not to start picking it up, wouldn't I? And watching it. You're only going to miss the boat in the end if you're not even stood on the pier. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get on the boat early, but if you ain't stood on the pier, at least watching, you're missing the fucking boat altogether, mate. So, say the train and the platform, whatever you want, but you know what I mean. Do you know what's mate? Thinking about it, right? One that should have definitely been invested in is the one that produced Charlotte's Web. So the people who produce Charlotte's Web, Cannabis Strain. Charlotte's Web Medication. Charlotte's Web is a high cannabidinol, low THC cannabis strain marketed as a dietary supplement under the federal law of the United States and is produced by the Stanley Brothers in Colorado. They would have been a good bet many, many years ago, if not still now. Stanley Brothers. Let me on the site, no fucking unsafe. They've not got a certificate. Oh! Rah! Cheers, Google. Oh, it's Yahoo. Fucking hell, imagine that. It's changed its name. Not Stanley Brothers anymore. Charlotte's Web Holdings. That would have been a decent stock to purchase right a few years ago, right? Because if I go back to Google and do Charlotte and Zaki story, or put Charlotte Web so they know. Charlotte Web and Zaki story. Charlotte Web and Zaki story. Charlotte Web and Zaki story. Oh my days, 7 years. 7 fucking years. I wonder how she's doing now.
I'm Dr. Alan Shackelford. What you will see in this brief presentation is...
I mean, 7 years ago, the video was already out of Charlotte's life being changed, going from having epileptic seizures all the time to this Charlotte's Web strain of cannabis actually curing her illness. Like, she just takes a little bit each day and she don't seize anymore. There's also a woman on it who's got like a 10-year-old kid called Zach. And it's like, when he finally starts taking the cannabis, she meets her son for the first time. He was having that many seizures and was that affected by it. She didn't even really get to meet her son. You're talking like seizures every hour, and by the time he's out of one, he's in another. And then all of a sudden he's taking cannabis and boom, they stop. She gets her son a decade, like she meets him a decade. Like, oh, it's hardcore, mate. It's hardcore. Morning, some real guy. I'm interested in I should have looked at how Charlotte's Web had actually got up there.
remarkable. It's unlike anything that I, in my 30 years of
catastrophic epilepsy diagnosis called DOSA syndrome. What that entails is lots of seizures every single day, delayed development, autistic tendencies, that sort of thing. In the end, we had tried every medication that's indicated, 17 treatments.
Like, bear in mind, this video is 7 years ago. Why is not every epileptic person on the planet not been given access to this drug yet? To this drug yet? To this medicine?
Diet, which is a special diet for
I agree. Smoking it with tobacco is not the best way to go. I've already said it's the cheapest. It's the only way I can afford to get my advice at the moment. So, not that won't change in the future. Vaping's the way to go. Creams, eating it. They put him on steroids, man.
He was having the EEG showed EEG is just an electrical scan of the brain waves, and it shows the seizure activity. And he was having 200 clinical seizures an hour.
200 an hour.
So there are, 8 people in his room watching him seize over and over. We were there about a week. They just confirmed the diagnosis and said there was nothing else they could do. And we were there to get the confirmation of what we were really dealing with, but to get help, for them to help us. And, they said you've really tried everything in their bag of tricks that they had. Really, not to be melodramatic, but you're in really the fight for your child's life. We finally made the decision, yes, we need to do this. We need to go ahead, get his red card, start this whole process. We were at the end of, our pharmaceutical rope, so to speak, and just the safety profile was just unheard of. I mean, I knew that I wasn't going to kill him, giving him too much, which I couldn't say for any other medication that we tried.
A very common and obvious question is, how do you administer cannabis to somebody like Zakai, who's 9 years old? The first thing that pops into a person's mind is, what do? You pop a joint in their mouth like the other end? Absolutely not. It's either administered by capsules, which they swallow, or oral syringes.
Also, I think people need to understand that everything is tested. So we know exactly the milligram dosage of CBD that we're giving, cannabidiol.
So people think that we're stopping these seizures by maybe getting the kid high, which isn't the case. It's actually quite a conundrum, because what's happening is virtually all of the anti-epileptic drugs on the market are psychoactive. This cannabidiol extract is non-psychoactive. So we're replacing psychoactive medications with a non-psychoactive medication, which happens to come from cannabis. So that's kind of hard for people to accept.
We may stop to dream, believe in things we've never seen, scattering dreams, spinning in circles.
And it's brilliant because we've been able to come off this psychoactive drug completely. At Zakai's worst, he had 200 seizures an hour, and it has been 106 days now since his last seizure. I get to say, after almost a decade, I get to meet him for the first time without all this seizure activity and drugs. And you can imagine waiting 10 years to meet
Me. Woo! 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 Mate, like she says, can you imagine waiting 10 years to meet your son? What? Why is that not accessible to everyone with epilepsy? Why is epilepsy still a thing if it's the pharmaceutical companies and the people in charge of this shit need to chickadee check themselves, right? Because the be all and end all is it's fucking medicine. Joe Rogan does love it like it with tobacco, don't he? But it's one of them where it should be every spliff, should it? Don't think tobacco should be in every spliff, mate. OBG. Let's have a little ganders of OBG before we wind it down. OBG Kush. That's what Google's throwing at OGB Kush at me. Each puff of this weed is an experience that be included among the testing. The best. Been thrown off that video. Got me emotion. It's got me emotion that then. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Alan, that he's gone from vape to having it with tobacco. He's always had his, he likes a good cigar and that though, doesn't he? I know, Scott, I know. It's hard to show a video of me forward as well. But if I have him in the house, I can't have a smoke with you. I suppose I should just do him in the house, show now 1 or 2 hours in the house and then come out. Might start doing that. Yeah, there's OG Kush all over Google then, Sly. All over it, mate. OG, oh. Like, oh, it's OBG. Dickhead. Sorry, mate. Seed and Smith. OGB Cannabis Flower Seed and Smith. Weedmaps.com. Zamnesia.com. See, some are saying OGB and some are saying OBG Kush, fast flowering hybrid strain created by a team of creative minds, the breeders that brought the strain alive. Oh, what? Original green bud. Seed and Smith Cannabis, OGB, is a cross between Boba Kush and Purple Urkel. A house favourite. No retailers near me. Interesting. Yeah, vaping's the way to go. Latest, Johnny. Take care, mate. Don't know yet, do we, R-Star? You're gonna have to wait because the person who released the rumour wasn't even supposed to release the rumour, so we couldn't say it's an official release kind of thing. So we legitimately just got to wait until that comes out, I suppose. Wait for more info, basically. And sit on your stocks app, ready to buy some fucking stocks in MoneyGram and Western Union. I'll go and buy some now, see what happens. Who's an alien Joe Rogan? Oh, Elon. Smoking weed, way funny, you know. Tried a Herpal vaporizer, it's a lot healthier, say benefits. I'm gonna try and get a decent one, Darren, and give it a pop. See how it goes, mate. I did get a little one where you drop a bit of the bud in a little barrel. It's like a little ceramic barrel that gets dead hot, and it basically, the weed goes in green and it comes out brownish, and all the trichomes have gone. It's basically vaporized all right through, and the trichomes have just popped, and the THC comes out in vapor or something. It's crazy. But like I say, as someone who's used to having it with tobacco, it's a bit of a more brutal drag, and somehow more used to it. It's the nicotine. Getting nicotine with it as well, and that's what Joe Rogan will have never felt. He'll have never felt the nicotine hitting his brain while all the cannabinoids are attaching to the receptors. So it'll be a totally different feeling for him, yeah. Interesting. Gorilla Glue. Not that. Loads of money grabbing your pension. Nice. Go back in when it bottoms out, boo. What, do you buy your stocks and that on, boo? Do you do it all through Hargreaves and Lansdowne? Or do you do it on like some of the apps and that? Yeah, Stardog's a nice weed. Just, I mean, if you have too much of any bud, it's gonna put you out. But just like 1 or 2 pots of a bit of dog's nice. That'd have been blues then, I'd be like, can't have 2 so soon of blues. Nah, but I bought that the other week, thinking it was one big juicy cone, and it's loads of pre-made little cones like that with a big massive roach, and I'm thinking like, my normal dubs are better than them. Good pokey though. Good pokey for my spliffs. But yeah, I don't really bother with bigger, longer dubs. Just don't really see the point. It's how much you put in it, not how long it is. It don't matter how long it is. What matters is how much of the herbs in it. Hargreaves and Lansdowne for ISA and pension. Free trader for little bits and pieces though. 5 to 20 a time. Nice. Looking at next week. Right. Next week. We'll do a video next week in my bedroom. We'll stream it on the PC. And we'll do it through Zoom with Boo. So we'll have me and Boo on. And we'll maybe get a few others on as well. Whoever wants to come on and talk. Ideally someone's scared of people being chipped and stuff and scared of certain prospects of the future, so we can have a little bit of skepticism in the in any debates we bring up. So that'll be interesting now if we can do that next week. We'll see who we can get on who's a little wary about the future, a little unsure. Maybe we'll even like bring one person in and then they go and someone else comes in and we'll have a proper little chat with certain community members. Yeah, what's that hair follicle test for, Alan? Is that for work or something? What is XRP price prediction? The next bull run? Be fair. The next bull run. How long does it have to be going up until you consider it a bull run? Where does it have to reach? What price is an official bull run? And then what's during before it comes down again? It's a broad question, innit? Depending on what perspective you take. I will say, regardless of future bull and bear runs, like I've said, I think when it starts approaching the all-time high again, whether just below it or just above it, you'll see a spike to whatever level around the all-time high, a little bit above, a little bit below. Then a little retrace, and the retrace people expect is not going to come, and it'll only go a little bit down and be off to way above the all-time high. So way above the all-time high, double it, $7. Don't ask me if I don't know, next summer. How long that'll actually take. Could be on the month chart, that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be a right few candles on a month chart, so it could take 18 months. Could just be fucking one candle one day on a massive day candle where it's just gone boom in one day. It's all... There's loads of shit that's relative there. It's... Fuck knows. Family court. All right, Alan. Get your. I had one done about 6 months ago. Right. So imagine my hair, mate. My hair's long now, guys. Like, I mean, I've got that tail there after that. Do you know what I mean? It's past at the back. It's past my shoulder blades, I think now. So imagine like the data in there. That's crazy, that, innit? To think that they can pull DNA data and what you've had in your body and that from your hair. I'd be interested in that. I'd be really interested in seeing what's in. That should be a test that you can do. Just get it sent in. No matter what's in your hair, like, just send it. Ancestry should do that. You should do a swab in your hair. Just the shops, them cones, Michael. Just a local shop. It's at your waist now, boo. Epic. Should get it cut for some wigs. Some wigs for kids. Could make fucking a few 6-inch wigs off that. $8-10. You chase it free and move on. Interesting, Ricardo. Interesting. Right, hair toxin stuff to rig it. That's crazy. People have actually made stuff to rig like hair. Wow. Wow. That's actually pretty crazy. $50. Imagine that R-star. $50 soon, eh? I don't. It's hard to speculate with what we've already been through and the length that the bear run and all the FUD and everything that surrounds it. It's hard to switch it and be as positive about the near future as everyone was in 2018. Impossible. Impossible. I think we're gonna have to give it a few years. Like you say, prepare for 2023, 2025 and beyond. Pretty sure everyone's expecting to still be here in another decade, or hoping to be, regardless of if you're expecting to be or not. Didn't mean that, wrong word. Hoping to be here in 10 years. It's like, it's all about open patience. Just keep going. 589 in 5 years. Let's hope so, Star. See, masters, imagine how high the whole crypto market cap can go if it's facilitating the whole world value. Like, you take off the 90 trillion that's in cash. Everything else is an asset or derivative or contract or something that can just be on a database and blockchain of value with the value attached to it, which will put it on the blockchain market cap, like the crypto market cap, because it's on there, innit? How is it going to transfer with the tokenization of everything else going on to that market cap? Because that's a potential and possibility that we're talking about. That the total market cap of all crypto projects and DLT databases reaches up to 1.2 quadrillion. This is where we'll actually start knowing on the back end of all this by post 2030. It won't be, the total value in the world is between 500 trillion and 1.2 quadrillion. It'll be the total value of the world is that at this second. And boom, boom, boom. Oh, someone just made a few skins on Fortnite. It's just gone up a little bit. Oh, and someone made a couple of staffs on Elder Scrolls and he's just made that. And total world value is just going to be going up as much as the creation of data is right now. It's, mate, I mean, come on, guys. This is why I'm saying long game, long game. Don't sleep on the long game. See, just 2 trillion and it'd be over $500. Do you know what I mean? It's 2 trillion in the total value of the world is nothing. It's nothing. I know it's not nothing. Oh, it's just 2 trillion though. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of value, but it is nothing when you start throwing around numbers like 500 trillion and 1.2 quadrillion and then future value on top of that. We could be looking at a total world value of 2 quadrillion by 2035 and have multiple trillionaires in the world. Imagine that. Why not? Like, it's possible. Now you're asking how probable is it? Yeah, but what's the probability? Well, might be 2045, might be 2055, but the world's going to have a trillionaire in public and the world's going to end up worth quadrillions. You can't be sat there like, yeah, we're heading for the Ready Player One world and not realise that the Ready Player One world is worth triple what our world is worth now. Or any futuristic world you feel like we're moving towards, you have to notice the extra value that's there as well. Yeah, they show the slums and the shit, but even the slums are like, yo, damn, the fucking Ready Player One was like containers on containers on containers on containers. It's like fucking 25 scrap yards, value yards. It's all value, innit? He goes on and wins a random competition and has 100 bags in his bank, starts buying himself a new suit and all this shit. It's value, 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 value. Sly. I'll send your lighter back if it bombs out, mate. Good luck. Make sure you go casino and go home with some. Fucking hell. Dry eyes, weed. The dry eyes, the star dog. I'm one of the 13 in 100. It's getting the dry eyes. There's always side effects in medicine. Intoxication test though, like the eyes, when the red starts coming in, like proper visible from afar, that's when you know you kind of intoxicated there, bro. It's not just pick you up a little bit. It's not like having 1 or 2 drinks and still driving. You know, like 1 or 2 dubs and still driving. You've gone there. Like you shouldn't be operating machinery. You shouldn't be driving. Go and sit yourself down, have some sugar, eat some wine gums or some shit. Sort your head out. Think about the universe for an hour, lad. It's possible. If it's not someone directly linked to cryptocurrency, it's going to either be Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, some other random company that comes up with space holidays. I know Richard Branson's coming up with them. If he actually gets ahead of them, that could catapult Virgin to places people didn't realise Virgin could get. If you think about like Virgin, whatever stock runs the Virgin space missions, I know the planes had a lot of problems in the past, but they're still planning orbital holidays. If they pull it off, then the stock's gonna rocket. Talk about extra value. What happens when they start going out to asteroids and mining them and shit? Anyone thought of that? Because that's a possibility by the 2040s for all the young guns. Again, stuff you can be teaching your kids. It's fucking coming. Gecko Elon. And it does that reptilian blink. Yeah, I truly believe everyone should try and get to 10k XRP if they can. But make no mistake, if you just hold 1000 XRP for long enough, it's going to buy an house. It will. And again, long enough. I don't give a shit if it's 2065 when XRP buys an 100 grand house. I don't care if it's then. It's going to buy an house eventually. 1000 XRP. Bet your fucking ass on it. 1000 XLM, mate. Unless he prints a shitload more. So you don't know. So this is why XLM's a little, ooh, what can actually happen with all this burning and fucking all this shit is just another tether that can just be, that could legitimately just be manipulated anytime he wanted to. But at the moment, it's just letting it go up and down. It's a fucking weird one, XLM. Laters, Alan. I'm going myself, mate. So you take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Virgin Atlantic could be worth a punt, mate. Or Galactic, sorry. What's Atlantic then? Is he even a Virgin Atlantic? Brain's just getting ahead of myself. I saw the wrong word. Virgin Galactic could maybe worth a. What's Jeff Bezos' one called? Like the Blue Orchid or something stupid like that. Like Jeff Bezos space program. Let me just have a look at this. Jeff Bezos space program. Jeff Bezos. Not. Blue Origin Federation LLC is an American privately funded aerospace contracts and programs. Jeff Bezos unveiled Blue Origin's visions for space and also plans for probably space holidays and orbital holidays and that. I've not clicked on it yet. But they're doing what Elon's does, and like it's a rocket that lands itself and that. So look at that. Look out for the IPO on them. Look out for stocks on there. It's privately funded at the moment. Don't know whether it still is. But Blue Origin rocket. This guy's going to have, talking about doomsday preppers, Jeff Bezos could have one of that. He's got one of them in his back garden, mate. Pretty sure he has. Was that a lie? Someone lied to me. Jeff Bezos is 330,000 acre ranch in Tesco with a space station. It's got a space platform and you know, on his land. So there's an asteroid coming. You can just fuck off, do orbit for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave the planet. Let you deal with that. I'm just gonna go up there for a few weeks, see what's going down. Or Yellowstone pops, he's like, yeah, I'm gone, mate. I'm gone. Yellowstone's going, oh, yeah, my cue. This is why why don't they all want pods on Mars? Do you know what I mean? They want somewhere to go just in case. If they've got the means and money to do it. It's either that or become Batman, innit? Once you get to that level, you're either like, right, I'm going to become Batman now. I'm legitimately going to go and like make a sick suit, or I'm going to become Iron Man. Or you fuck off to space and set up the Star Trek Space Federation. But either way, you get happy, guys. That's the main thing. I think they're at least 1 trillionaire. Can you imagine, Baz? Don't pray to Buddha asking for guidance. It's the difference. Don't worship Buddha. Don't pray to him. You're asking for guidance. Did a solar flare coming? Who knows? John, who knows? They're getting ready for the new hotspots. They're putting CubeSats around Mars, so they might still have an internet there. No doubt they'll all send servers there soon. They'll have a new Area 51 on Mars, won't they, the bastards? All the new elites. That's the new elite. Not being rich, being able to go to space, being able to leave the planet on your own terms. Like NASA have needed Elon Musk recently. Do you know what I mean? For the first time recently, I'll give it to him, that Dragon 1. For the first time in like 9 years, it was the first spacecraft and launch that had been built in America by Americans and all that, and it was a NASA project, but SpaceX still involved using their design and stuff. So it's self-landing rockets that they can use again. Unbelievable. Elon Musk, once the vision's laid down and it's legitimately people coming back and forth, he'll go himself. Space is fake. Oh, are we going now? Can we go there tomorrow, Dave? Oh, come on, mate. The mouse on the outside of the SpaceX launch in space. Send us the video. Add me on Facebook. Dave, send me the video. I'm doing that on my picture on Facebook. Shouldn't be hard to find. Scott Pratt. Find a Love for Crypto page. You'll find me in the members. Love for Crypto group and that on Facebook. Send me the link on message. I want to see a video of a mouse. You should go to the video where you saw it. Screen record that shit to the point where I can see an actual mouse on the outside of a rocket while it's blasting into space. I don't know what camera you was watching, mate, but I don't think it was that close. But yeah, by all means, send me the video, mate, and I'll have a look at it. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Slime, yeah. Go to the north. You can melt some of the ice and that. This is what Elon Musk's doing. They're gonna make they'll make the rocket fuel out of the water there, so they can come back and forth. Just be sending pods and that at first. Might even send a robot that can construct a bit of a pod, or it opens itself, puts itself up, and then the people go next. Yeah, could be you could get to the point where you have planet to orbit vehicles. They figure that out, mate. The big ship only has to go to Mars. All the little little shuttles, the little shuttlecrafts ping out. Everyone's going down to Mars for an holiday. Fucking orbits, back to fucking Earth. It's interesting. They need to figure out a bit of faster speed, but some people could stay on for just an orbit around the sun. Because after you left Mars, if you slowed right down in the orbit of the sun, you'd come closer to the sun, to as close as you could come safely, and then start speeding back up. You do a burn. Do you know what I mean? To line up with Earth around the other side, and you're doing it, mate. You're not just doing holidays around Earth or into space. You're doing all orbits around the sun and shit. I hope it does blow my mind. It's Danger Mouse. Yeah, Antarctica's down. It's the south one, innit? Oh, depending how you look. What is up and down? It's at the back of the Earth, Antarctica, innit? Like South Pole's the back of the Earth. It's the back. As the Earth moves through space, it's the back. South Poles are the back. North Poles are the front. So, as you look at the solar system, flat like a plate, it's moving around like that. It's actually moving up through the galaxy. The right way to look at it is it be that, sun in the middle, and we're going round the sun, and the sun's moving round the galaxy like that. So the top of the sun's the front of it as it goes round the galaxy, and the top of the Earth is the front of the Earth. Sick. But yeah, down in Antarctica, there's labs, isn't there? Scientific laboratories and shit. 100%. Do some research on it. It's a bit crazy. There's some cheese for you on the side of the shit. Mars is the closest we can go to, Michael. If we go closer to the sun, we're at Venus, which melts lead in the atmosphere. If you drop a block of lead in it just melt us. We'd melt on Venus. I don't want to lose running factories in there to create runaway global warming. Apparently global warming is a man-made thing, but you know, human-caused accelerated global warming on Venus. But anyway, it's too hot. And then you go the other way, further away from the sun, you get to Mars. After that, you're at the gas giants, mate, and you'd be landing on one of their moons, which is way fucking further. Do you know what I mean? You want to start, yeah, you're talking decade missions, mate. Do you want to go on a decade holiday into space where it's mostly just black? You get to go around the planet, a gas giant a couple of times and just fuck off back. Or would you go and stay on Titan for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, doing research? It's all going to be scientific research. No one's going on holiday past Mars very soon. No one's going. This is where they're going to have to send people willing to work and build and construct at first. It can't be holidays at first. The holidays will be orbital holidays. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, they'll send people into orbit as they go round the Earth, going on holiday to see the Earth in orbit. But to go to Mars on holiday, it's going to be it's going to be a long time. People going there are going to have to be willing to stay there a few years and help build. It's as simple as that. Possibly all the ocean floors are star. Some of them are pretty deep. Mariana Trench, James Cameron's been down there, and then he made Avatar, so you tell me. And now the Wave Water is coming out, the next Avatar. So watch the next Avatar, mate, and you tell me what's fucking down in the Mariana Trench when it gives James Cameron ideas like that. He has a DMT trip, ayahuasca trip, goes down in the Mariana Trench and then makes Avatar, one of the best, most deepest spiritual movies you'll ever see. It's just hidden and it's just Pocahontas. Yeah, okay, mate, okay. Yeah, interplanetary crypto in the end, mate. Interplanetary bridge asset, baby. That's what we're looking at by 2045. Sly, interplanetary bridge asset. Cannabis supply off from Mars. The best bud in the solar system, baby. You know this. Thinner atmosphere. What I'm saying is, just gonna create some great Martian bud. Martian bud, yo. Just Elon Musk is saying if your house is worth $150,000, you're going to be able to sell it and go to Mars for a few years. It's as simple as that. They're making it affordable to go and live on Mars and help build. They really have to do tests on pregnancies though, and how do you morally do that? How do you have like someone's going to have to is that okay? Is it okay for a woman and a man to be like, yeah, we'll do it, and a woman be like, yeah, I'll see what it's like. So I'll give birth. I'll get pregnant. Go through every trimester in a different gravity and a different environment, and I'll birth the child, and I'll see what happens. They're the main in space tests that we need to do to see if humanity can survive off planet. Not like can we build a fucking greenhouse. We know we can build a greenhouse. We know we can build infrastructure and robots to help. Can we fucking survive there? That's what we need to know. And you're not gonna know until you go and you have a baby on there. Avatar's a sick film. Did you watch Sequest DSP? Didn't. I'm gonna have to go though. It's starting to rain and I don't want it ending up a 4-hour stream. Got up late today. It's already 5 to 1. What? Just start going live all fucking day and carry my phone around, innit? Live all day. You can just come chat to me whenever you want. No matter what I'm doing. I'll just leave it in my, I'll just leave it out the bathroom. Well, I think you watch The Expanse on Netflix. Mars is its own colony. It's become its own government. It's got that big. They're mining asteroids. It's a little bit like my story. I've done a story of how the elites will go to mine the asteroids and you'll have massive space stations and colonies on the moons of the gas giants. And there's it's legitimately, there's Gemini, a space station around Neptune. It's all about that space station at first. And it's basically just a precursor of how would we colonize space before we've got warp drive? Because Star Trek, they just go warp drive, boom, star to star. It's like, nah, bruh, come on. You venture space a bit first. Show me some of that. And that's kind of what The Expanse is like. The only difference is in The Expanse is Earth and Mars. And in mine, it's fucking basically Neptune against the whole solar system. Because Neptune's on the outside, it's coming in. It would be dangerous, mate. You imagine just a massive big slug built in space of titanium and it's just slung at a certain orbit to just boom into a planet or moon. It would absolutely annihilate it, mate. It'd just be a big chunk of fucking metal that didn't burn up in any atmosphere. You wouldn't need a bomb, a nuke. You just need a massive projectile. That'd be some sick space warfare, mate. Fuck your lasers. I want to see some big fucking like just slug torpedoes that are not even propelled. They're just spat out of a ship and the fucking gravity takes them, mate, and they hit something. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've got 6 story plan, mate. But yeah, I'm actually going, you know what, I might pick that back up and see where I was at. Because it's always good to work on multiple projects, innit? You don't need to die. I'm doing the animation at the moment, but that was a comic, that one, the sci-fi one. "24/7 Scott, can paid for with Coil." It's not bad. You know what? It does pop up now and then, so someone on Coil's watching. Because it popped up as a notification, like, you got money off into Ledger, you got money off into Ledger. Uphold, mate. Uphold into Ledger, the new into Ledger payment pointer. I'm having to shout because of the fucking rain. Going in a minute. I'll get some brekkie and that. But yeah, next week I'll come on in the morning on the PC. And we'll see about Zooming Boo if she's about, or getting someone else on Zoom. I'll share the... I don't know how many people we can have in the chat at the same time, so that could be pretty funny. But I'll share like the ID to the Zoom in the chat, and then see who gets in first. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, latest John, latest everyone else. I'm going myself. You know the dance. Invest in yourself. Invest in Internet Value. Stocks, shares, gold, commodities. Don't care. Just invest, invest, invest. Your time, entertainment, stuff that makes you happy, stuff that improves your life. A little bit of training, a little bit of working out, a bit of sat back watching Netflix. Do it all. But manage and invest your time and value in a way that drives you forward to the life you want, guys. Yeah. Get on that uphold. Right, disclaimer. He pissed me off the other day because I was moving money in front of someone. I saw how sick it was, and they fucked up on. Do you know? You don't. That's why I went on Twitter. I was like, "Yo, can you I was trying to get it solved in front of them, and like I wanted to show him, like if this was the bank. I mean, it worked in the end. You know what I mean? But it did like piss me off a little bit at first. The money didn't go. They said there was a back end maintenance check and all that. So as good as Upholded is, it's great. It's a rapid off ramp and all that. Do what we said. Increase your off ramps just in case. Don't just watch Ripple increase their corridors. You increase your corridors. Whether it's Binance UK coming soon and Coinbase Pro, Bitfinet, BitMEX, whoever's got an on-off ramp, create one on it. So you've just got it there. You've got it there. You've got the keys and that saved, and you've increased your corridors to get on and off and in and out of crypto. Latest, guys. Have a good weekend. I will be on. I'm gonna do a Love for Media video this weekend, and just do a little bit of chilling, maybe a bit of gaming again. But stay tuned for that. I might come on here first, but we'll see what happens. I'm about to go now. Potential gains, so back it up if you want to watch me. Stay safe, everyone. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. We love crypto, love the Internet of Value, XRP, and you. Laters.